Ameiko is the owner of the Rusty Dragon Inn, and she was not present this morning when you guys woke up. And Bethany Corwin is the halfling. She does a lot of the work around the inn. She's kind of like Ameiko's right-hand lady. She woke you guys up and said Ameiko's missing, and then there was a letter from Ameiko's brother named Tsuto, Tsuto, and he told her to meet him, I think at midnight at the Glassworks. I can bring up the actual letter.
I remember.
Want to refresh it? Let's see here.
So all these doors we ran by in the fight, we want to thoroughly explore to see if we can find her or evidence of where she might be.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. I will bring up the letter just to, there we go here. I'll read it again just so you guys are refreshed on it. It says, "Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well and with some free time on your hands, because we've got something of a problem. It's to do with Father. Seems that he might have something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins, and I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he'd just weasel his way out of it. You've got some pull here in town. Though if you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out how to make sure he faces the punishment he deserves. Knock twice, then 3 times, then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know these local rubes would assume that you and I were in on the whole thing too, don't you? They've got no honor at all around these parts, and I still don't understand how you can stand to stay here. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well. Ones I'd rather talk to you in person about tonight. Don't be late, Tsuto." Bum, 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 bum. Missing bartender in the morning. You guys come into the delivery door, and you can hear goblins crashing around in the Glassworks. And you go in, a big fight ensues, and there was about 8 of them. You just took down the last one. You're not really sure about the layout of this place. I don't think anyone's ever worked here or been inside of here before.
No, I don't think so. It was all locked, right? You couldn't get in without breaking in.
Yeah.
I see Dan's online now too, so he should be here shortly. Okay.
There he is.
And then there were everybody. Oh, not quite. Not yet in here. All right, so I guess we will start going for door to door.
All right. Are you guys able to... I think you're able to open them on your own. If not, I can just fire them all open. There we go. So that room there, where Alexis just went in, that is a dining room. Staff used this. The staff lived on premises. Used this room to relax and eat and play cards in their off hours. The room is a wreck. Looks like the goblins rampaged through here, knocked over all the tables, all the cards, all that stuff.
What do I do? Yep. There we go. All right. So we got into this door here?
That one up the top? Nope, you can open it up and...
Okay.
Okay, let's have a look there. That's a display room. This is, I think it opens to the outs. Nope, that's a bunch of windows to the outside, but those are all covered over. This room contains a shop where customers can browse the various glassware products. Bottles, window panes, and glassworks are the primary contents. A lot of them have been broken and smashed.
Okay.
I'm guessing this area is a closet storage.
And then these are up here. Those are windows.
Yeah, that's those are storage areas.
And that's the double doors outside?
Yeah, double doors are to the outside, and
Okay.
the open double doors back into the Glassworks.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me open those up. Maybe a lock.
Let me open them up for you.
There we go.
There we are.
All right. Those are windows here as well, where I am?
Yep.
Okay.
So actually, as now that's less chaos, and you're kind of making your way through there, Rampa, you've noticed that obviously the body of Lonjiku Kaijitsu is prominent. He's up against the wall, and like a cascading glass has been poured over him. It's almost like artistic. Almost like it was done with meaning. He was obviously died in great pain, and you can see the look of horror on his like burned face, kind of etched in, and the glass. It's almost like somebody went to great troubles to coat him specifically with glass. You see other things like on the table now that you've had a chance to have a look. You'll see an arm, just somebody's arm, and it's just covered with like molten glass was poured on it in just a haphazard fashion. And then over by the table, by the window, you see like a torso of a person missing a leg.
Yeah.
And then just as you kind of like go through the Glassworks, you see roughly about 8 people that have been killed.
And dismembered.
And had glass poured on them. Probably by goblins, by the way it looks. Whereas the body of the nobleman looks like it was done by somebody who maybe didn't have a working knowledge of glasswork so much, but had made an attempt to put some meaning behind it.
Okay, is this the furnace down here?
They're all furnaces. I'll open that up for you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can see on the map any of the red, that's the furnace all kicked up.
Okay.
There's about 8 or 10 openings through this area. Okay, so time out.
On, right?
Yeah, the furnace is full blast. As you go down there to that area, you open it. Set of stairs going down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell the rest of them. There's a set of stairs here going down. I can't see anything else on that we can find here. Unless you've got some other ideas.
I don't think that my character would have like expert glasswork knowledge on furnaces, but is there like an easy way to shut these off?
No, not that you know of.
Usually not. Or when you do it, it takes a long time to cool down.
Yeah. You'd have to have some kind of working knowledge of the Glassworks. Yeah. Or just wait for the fuel to burn out. Yeah. And it looks like the eight dismembered bodies in the actual glasswork, it doesn't look like all 8 of them are there. Like there's parts that are missing, obviously, without going through with a forensic team and stuff like that. It's not like 8 full bodies, but you can tell that there was 8 different people that were dismembered in this area. And as you're kind of walking through, there's areas that you haven't gotten to yet. That's where they would have lived.
Do any of them look recognizable? Like characters we would have met since we beginning of the Swallowtail?
No, these are people that live and work on the premises. So unless you actually have some sort of business with the Glassworks, you probably wouldn't know anybody.
So my suggestion is if we're still looking for her brother, maybe downstairs, or her.
The downstairs was to the south.
Now where I am.
Southeast.
Yep.
Yeah.
all the way down the south.
Right by where you guys
right in front
came
of the
in.
stairs now.
Were these the only set of stairs
that you saw so far?
Only one I found. I looked all over the place. That's the only ones I could find.
Okay. And we didn't see anyone in one of the rooms upstairs. Well, I don't want to go downstairs when she's tied up in a room up here. You know.
I didn't see anything going upstairs, and I didn't see
on this floor.
Yeah, you guys can take a bunch of time and just, or not a bunch of time, but take 10 minutes to search through all the different, just to peek in to make sure nobody's in the various rooms. Nothing's locked. It looks like where Elandril is right now, that's where they would have lived. That's their bunk and stuff like that. And then you've got a kitchen not far from there, where Per is. There's storerooms and cleaning closets, just up in that general area where Elandril and Per are. Down by where Rampa and Alexis are, it's mostly like offices and the reception area. There's a preparation area, a filing room. You don't see any bodies or anything like that. It looks like the goblins have just torn this place apart. But you don't see any people, anybody left over, anybody alive.
This door I'm opening and closing, that's the one where the steps are?
Yes.
Okay. Did everyone go down but me?
No. Did you go down the stairs?
I only see Rampa on the screen.
I haven't gone down yet.
Yeah, I'm just going to get everybody, and I'll just drag you over to everybody going down the stairs. Who's going down first? And I'll drag them over first.
Is this area lit?
I'll give you, let's see here. No, it's not lit. So let's see. This was the, let's see here, the loading room. Okay, so the loading room is the room that you guys came in. There's a wheelbarrow. This is the room that you guys are all gathering in right now. Wheelbarrow sits against the wall here. And shelves in the wall contain additional reagents to create different colors of glass. Various different things if you want to search into it. A safe on the floor hangs open. And the doorway that you're opening right now leads down into another area of the Glassworks. What would you guys like to do?
I think I can't see where that doorway is where I am now, right?
No, where you are now is
the kitchen.
The kitchen.
The living.
You want to go to the far southeast.
Oh, okay, down here.
Yeah, and over by where you guys entered into the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first came in, we went to the left. If
you went to the right, you would have went downstairs. Yep. Yeah. If you keep going straight across...
Right across here.
There
Okay.
you go. Yeah.
There, I see it. Okay.
I'll bring Darcel over.
Okay, can somebody throw a light spell on a weapon?
I think our friend Ratatouille might be able to do that. Darcel might as well.
I have dancing lights.
Okay, you have dancing lights?
Dancing lights, yeah. I'm big on dancing lights because they dance. So I could cast that.
Sure, and then you can move it ahead of us.
I can cast up to 4 of them. But we just want one, right? One is the power of a torch, I believe.
So it looks as though Darcel has one opening for spells. I'm going to put light on there.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast a dancing light right above Elandril's head and Rampa's head. And that, I believe, will be...
Elandril probably doesn't want the light on him.
I don't want any light around me at all.
He can see. He's got dark vision.
Oh, does he? Okay, well, I'll put it over Rampa. And Elandril...
Me or Alexis.
Right.
That's what we should...
She's the paladin.
Does anybody know how the lighting works in this for vision and stuff?
Yeah, you can...
you do it as an effect,
There's a couple of ways
right?
of doing it. Yeah, you can do it as an effect. If it's going to be on a character, that is the best way to do it. Okay. Put it right on the character in the combat tracker, and they will have that effect.
Glow.
Okay, so It's like a spell. Who did you put the light spell on? Per?
I put a dancing light above Rampa's head, which is going to be fun because that won't really work as being attached to anyone unless I say I'm always moving it with Rampa. I could.
Okay.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, so you could attach that.
Sure. I'll just put light on Rampa for now.
But we might want to let Alandril go ahead of us.
Right. Yes, definitely.
This is
Beyond the light.
This is the favorite part of every campaign where we go, what's the marching order?
Yeah, Alexis volunteers to go first, lead the way, shield front, and if someone wishes to cast light on the shield, that would be handy.
Okay, so Darso will do that. He's got a light spell.
And I'll go ahead of them still.
Okay, so you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So spell light.
He wants to go in the darkness. We want to go together in the light.
Okay, so.
Put me 10 to 15 feet of, I guess, 15, 20 feet ahead of them.
What I will do is I'll shift you over to the spot, and then we'll try to work out the dark vision thing. Can you see?
Okay.
Where I just shifted you to?
Right now.
Nope.
I can, yeah.
Does that, when I flip that like that, does that do anything?
It goes dark when it goes like that. When it flips the other way.
Okay, so
Well,
this is with the lights off.
Yeah, everything is dark at the moment.
So this is with lights on. Okay, so let's figure out how to do dark vision. Do I just do an effect and type in dark vision 60 feet?
Yep. Yep. You put on a character and they will have it. They should read it off their character sheet, but it sometimes does not.
Let's have a look here. Let's see if Elandril says dark vision.
It's low light vision.
Oh, okay. So
maybe that was right.
Does low light have a dash in it or not? Who else has
it? It does.
I have low light vision.
Okay.
I'll look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does have a dash.
Okay. And that. Oh, yeah, it does have a dash. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me drag Darcel over. He's got dark vision. I should be able to see whether he can see or not. So he's got dark vision 60 feet. I don't think it works right from the sheet. I think we have to do something special to it.
Yeah, it may not. It works with D&D 5e and Savage Worlds from the sheet, but those are the only ones for sure that I know it does work from the sheet as an effect.
Okay, so let's see here. I will enable.
Oh, I have a light effect on my character, and that should be working because I used to do that in the previous game all the time, and it worked.
Looks like it's working okay on Darcel. I put light on Alexis right now, so she should be okay to see.
Nope, everything's black.
Everything is black.
Wampa's behind me, and the rat is behind him, but that's all I can see.
All right. Well,
now the rat's dancing.
I'll disable the lighting, and then we'll go from.
Well, I can see. I can see only what my visual signs are, but the areas we've been in before are shaded.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's the fog of war.
Yeah. So I know where we've been before. I don't know.
Are we on the wrong floor? Maybe?
Yeah. So I'll shift you over. So Elandril, you can see to move your character, correct?
Yep.
All right, excellent. So where did you want to go? It goes down. The stairs go down, and then it looks like the passage kind of splits.
What's this to my south here?
Let's see here. To your south, it's a bunch of rubble.
Okay.
And it's a passageway that continues. It looks like it was maybe bricked up at one point, and that's the rubble from tearing down a bricked up wall.
All right, I'll do a quick perception check to see if I can hear anything.
Okay. See from there.
Yeah, you probably want to do those in the tower in the future, Dan.
That's okay. No, I don't mind everybody rolling out in the open.
Okay.
You don't hear or see anything troublesome. You don't hear anything. You hear like a little drip of water and like the basement-y kind of stuff, but nothing.
Okay. And what's it like? Is there dust on the ground, or is it?
No, it looks like this is fairly well used.
Okay.
Except for that area where there's like a bunch of bricks and stuff like that on the ground to the south. And it looks like it was bricked over, and recently torn down.
Imploded or exploded?
It looks like torn down with picks. You would guess. So this area here is used to store other raw materials. 2 wheelbarrows sit against the wall just east of the stairs. The brick wall has been dismantled to reveal an older passageway leading south.
Are you guys all downstairs now, or are we still up on the stairs?
No, you're still on the stairs. I don't know if you're
okay. No, that's fine. No, you were describing things. I thought maybe I'm on the wrong map, but you're doing that with Dan. That's fine.
I don't know how much feet or how many feet you want to give Alendro before you head down, or whether you want to let him scout ahead.
Usually it's 15 to 20, 25 feet, somewhere in there. Enough so that we're not silhouetting him as a target.
Okay. I'll listen for around this corner here too, I guess.
So we've got Alexis next.
Did someone have message from previously?
Yeah, I had message.
Cast it on him so that he can tell us what's up without having to shout it.
Sure.
Okay.
Who am I casting it on?
Alendro, I think.
Alendro. I think I can cast it on him from my distance. Let me just check.
I can come back for that if you want.
It's okay.
Well, I think it's a pretty good range.
Yeah, it's
if you could have done it, we would have probably. Can you do it at the party or just an individual?
I think it's one individual.
One individual
per level. Okay. So at level 1, just one.
One creature per level.
All right, so you would have probably done that to him before you lost sight of him.
Yeah, and it's long range.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can cast it 110 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
So I cast it on you.
Okay.
So you hear Per's voice in your mind, Alendro.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be like, okay, it's safe to come down. And I'm gonna say, just hold up when you hit the bend. I'm just looking around a corner. I'll whisper that into it, and I guess I'll look around this corner here, take a quick little peeks.
So let's move Per over there.
It looks like the passage to the south wraps around to where I am in the north, and there's a couple doors down here. I'll continue. I guess I should do a stealth move. Sorry, I haven't done that yet.
There we go. Everybody's over to the basement. Yeah, if you want to do a stealth move, that's cool.
Cool. I'll just continue.
All right, you see several doors, or a couple doors at least.
Yep.
And you can hear Alexis coming down the stairs behind you. It's pretty obvious now that the rest of the guys and girls are coming down the stairs. You can also see what looks like the remains of more bricks at the end of this passageway, kind of brushed off to the left. You got a door just immediately ahead of you to the right. And it looks like you can give me another quick perception check.
Absolutely.
Which way did he go?
I told you which way I went. I went up and around.
Okay, so it looks like this area here, not dusty at all. It looks like it's probably been cleaned in the last week or so. There's some dirty footprints and stuff like that, but it's not like it hasn't been used ever.
Okay, I'll come down here. Take a listen at this door here.
Okay, so let's see. That door there. Okay, so that door there has a padlock on it.
Interesting.
And the other door did not. The other door that you went by, it was closed, but no padlock.
Okay, and what is it? Sleight of hand? Is that the one?
Disable device.
That's the one.
Okay, it's going to give soon if you keep working on it. You'll get it. There you go.
Closer.
In sync.
All right, so Darcel makes his way down too.
A little bit more. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, it's easy.
All right.
I'll try to cover up that it took me 4 attempts to open that lock. Hey, see, one to go.
Not necessarily 4 attempts, but like almost 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Basically. Let's see here. So you open that door.
Yeah.
And it looks like a storage closet. I'll open it for you.
Oh, thanks.
Should be open now. Okay, so looks like a storage closet, but also trussed up. bound at with her hands behind her back, and her feet bound at the ankles. She's got a gag tied around her mouth, and it's Ameiko.
I found her.
And you can also see there's 2 other doors now beyond.
To my left there, right? To
yeah.
The, I guess, east on the map, whatever.
Yeah, there's 2 other doors, and it looks like another area that was bricked over, and it looked like it was bricked over, just like that, and the other area looked like it was bricked over, like so.
So this looks like how they got in here. They probably tunneled their way in from here. Okay, cool. So I'll have the medic go check out our girl and free her, and I will stand at the ready outside the door.
Okay, so Darcel.
What about this unlocked room? Did we look inside there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I was just doing a scouting first.
Yeah. So everybody kind of starts congregating. Darcel starts making his way through. Boom, 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 boom. It looks like she's unconscious. Just a quick glance, it looked like she had been injured. Okay. It doesn't look like she's in danger of dying, but she's definitely trussed up and had been wounded.
Cool.
So Darcel will make his way in.
Darcel, take a look on her, see if she's okay.
I will. Okay, so he does a quick heal check. He notes that she's unconscious. And let's see, how many spells does he have to use? He's got Cure Light Wounds. He'll probably use that. Or is anybody else injured too? You could use a channel. He's only got 3 channel positive energy. I don't want to give away too many secrets of his, but I don't think anybody else is wounded.
I don't see anybody else injured in the list. Good. Oh, wait. I'm down 1 hit point, apparently. That's not a big deal, though.
I don't see that.
Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm reading. Forget it. Ignore me. No.
If it's only 1, it's not bad.
Yeah, no. I've got full hit points.
I guess I'm down 5. Is that right? If I'm looking at the combat tracker?
Yeah, I don't.
It's the initiative. No. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm looking at the initiative, not the. It's like 15 and 10.
No, it should be under your first page.
Yeah, everybody looks good.
Yeah, I'm full.
At the bottom is hit points and then wounds.
Or it also says it on the combat tracker. That's what I.
Yeah, that's why I went to the combat tracker. But,
I see. Okay.
All right. So
I saw the 15, but it was my init last time. So.
Oh. Yeah.
I wish I had that many hit points.
Yeah, me too. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm only first level. There's no way in hell I have 15 hit points. All right, cool.
So Darcel shouts out, "Yeah, she's hurt pretty bad. Should I heal her up?"
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Alexis, you might want to go chat with her afterwards, after the fact.
Is this just another closet? This door here?
Yeah, I'll look in there after as they're doing that, so to speak, right?
Okay.
Can you hand me the note, Tsuto's note that led us here, so that we can show her why we're looking for broken entry to her family's place.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, this.
I don't know which character was holding it, but
I don't know either. Let's see here. So the other room is used to store glassware, windows, and other finished goods, and notably, nothing in here is broken.
Oh.
It was probably me because I think it was written in the language that only of our party I could read. So I was reading it to you guys, so I probably had it.
Yeah, the note is in Mankayan.
Oh yeah, then you would have. It would have done us any good.
So as Darcel's trying to bring Ameiko around, he casts a spell, and his magic takes hold, and it heals her. She's groggy. Her eyes are kind of glazed over. She just barely gets back up to 0. In game turns, she's at like 1 hit point. So
we are untying her too.
Yeah, you're untying her as well. And as you're doing that,
fireball,
definitely a fireball. The door opens, and roll perception.
All of us?
Everybody.
Okay.
DC is 5.
Action.
I have sense. Does that help me?
It's auto for me.
Perception.
I sniff it out. There we go.
No, it's not a scent kind of situation. He's not invisible or anything. So everybody hears the door open, and into the hall steps a half-elven man. And I'll show you a picture.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a bow in hand, and we can all roll initiative. There's no surprise round.
Hello, male half-elf rogue.
I'll
That was your
identify him.
No, that's what we call
There
it.
we go.
Male half-elf rogue. Time for you to die.
Oh, it's not bad. 15.
Okay. Let me do one for Darcel, too.
Tsuto, Tsuto.
Darcel goes last, as it should be. All right. So,
Oh, this guy got to go first.
yes. So he steps into the hall and he looks, and he might have been expecting something else, but he heard the voices, and with your perception checks, you notice that he looks like he might have just woken up. He's got a bow in hand, and he fires at Rampa
Oh,
and misses, and then moves.
Did he go back in the room?
He fled down the hall and turned up towards the stairs
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Okay.
I glanced down for a second. I looked back up and he was gone. I didn't see which way he went.
He is quick.
I guess.
There's another door beside the door that he just came out of.
Yep.
But he didn't go down that way. He went
Okay.
across the rubble and the bricks towards the stairs. Rada.
the stairs this way? I'm trying. I don't.
Yeah, the stairs.
Yep.
The stairs are.
Yeah.
You can get to the stairs from either way.
Oh. Do I hear him running or?
Yeah.
This the-
He definitely went across those bricks. You watched him. Double move, or is that?
Oh yeah, you're just a rat. I'm gonna. Yeah, here's a bow. Here's a bow. Here's a bow. I'm gonna try and tumble past. Do.
What's that?
I'm gonna tumble past him. Try at least.
Okay.
Did we
Acrobatic.
recognize him from anywhere? We haven't seen him before, right?
You have not seen him before.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
that's unfortunate. Because his hands are registered as deadly weapons,
Oh, hit me!
and he
I
misses.
laugh.
So you don't get past him, but he swings and misses.
I go. I'm a rat, not a goblin. Don't shoot me.
Who are you?
I'm a rat.
Okay.
Per.
I suck in air and I let out a melodic lioness roar and inspire courage in everybody in the party. Here we go. Okay. I think it's on my action tab, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. But I can't. Here it is. There we are. Everybody gets inspired courage, and that is a standard action, correct?
Yes.
It
I think on the
says
first
nothing
round.
in the description about it. In my abilities, it says nothing about what type of action it is. Silly.
I think
Just
it's
say
It's a standard action to initiate it, and then what is it like?
Free action to keep
move
it.
Free action or move or
At level 1 is standard action, but as you level up, it'll get shorter. It'll be a move action, then a swift action. At level 7. So, yeah, standard, swift, standard, move, swift as we level up.
Yeah. Okay, so I do that, and then I will just move, I guess, up to here. Because I can't really move any further, I don't think. Where? Maybe can I move to? I guess I can move to.
You can
there.
move across the rubble into there. Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
You see Ratatouille bank around the corner, and then you can hear some muffled conversation.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm moving on.
Alexis.
Okay, I'm going to do an info dump. I know she just woke up and is probably groggy, but I need to know what her thoughts are on this. So we're here to rescue you at Bethany's request. We got this note. I handed her the note from Tsuto. And oh, by the way, a half-elf male just shot arrows at my friends.
It's Tsuto. You have to stop him.
Stop. Like,
you have
to level.
Stop him.
It may involve lethal force.
She nods.
And you're confident that person shot at us is Tsuto?
It's Tsuto.
Okay, we'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Now, how much time do you think that conversation took?
I would call it like a move action. So if you can do another move if you want, or a standard.
I think that's safe because I had to squeeze through people.
Rampa.
Oh, I say under my breath to the companions, that's Tsuto. We need to get him, according to Ameiko.
Okay.
Is it a double move to go through somebody? Is that right?
No. It's. I mean, it'll depend, but I'm not going to worry about it.
35. All right. That's a double move.
Okay.
But I've heard any of that conversation. I was standing there.
Yeah, he looks.
You're harming your sister.
She's made up her mind.
You're with the goblins, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Turn tracker. Got to remember the turn tracker. There we go.
Alandrill.
I'm gonna go after them. I'm gonna go this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60. And I'm going to pull out my... oh, no, I can't. Sure, bad.
You can assume that you had it in your hand.
Okay.
You guys have been fighting and stuff like that. You probably wouldn't have come down without a weapon drawn.
No.
Oh, not down the stairs, no?
No.
Yeah, it's really bad when you don't have that one bab, right?
I know.
So we've got...
All right, that's it.
Okay. So Darcel's finishing untying Ameiko, and that's his action.
And I'll say, put down your weapon and surrender.
Okay.
Or else.
So Tsuto, he kind of sees you guys all kind of gather around him, and he steps to here. He's going to do a flurry of blows with a stunning. The first one is going to be a stunning strike against a Landro.
Take that.
Oh, okay. So it's the second one that hits, though.
Yep.
It's not the stunning attack. It's 5. It doesn't look like he has any intention of surrendering. He cracks you pretty heavily.
Yeah. He messed me up good there.
And it looks like, and he kept his bow in his hand, so he looks like he can go between the two pretty seamlessly. And he looks like right now he's kind of sizing you guys up. Rada.
Okay. Let's see. Take this, you Bart. Let's see. Sweet dreams. Nice. Yep. Good night.
He is immune.
Half elves are immune?
Elves.
Yep.
He's got elven immunities.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So he looks like he just woke up from being asleep, and he looks like he might succumb to your powers. But then he kind of shakes his head a little bit. Now he looks fully alert.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10, hit me in the face, 15.
Okay, do you have to acrobatics through that spot?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, okay. So you're going around. Okay. All right.
I'm a rat.
All right.
I'm
Yeah,
at 50.
and
You're gonna have to get hit.
you are small too, so I'll allow that with up along the corner.
a
Yeah,
rat.
but he will take an attack of opportunity if you
Uh-oh, I'm dead.
maybe not confirmed.
That'd be crazy. Rat scream, squish.
So,
I laugh at.
so as you go through, he knees you in the side and smashes you up against the wall.
I'm a rat.
Trying to knee in a certain place. Well, I've had this great idea that I just come down here and look at him. I can see him from there, yeah.
Yeah, right.
And I'd have suddenly my expression would change in a moment from a aggressive expression to a really friendly grin, almost as if a switch was thrown. And I was going to say to him that God, if I got an opportunity for you, it's a performance act involving a whip and chains. But then I realized I'd have to use my distraction bardic performance for that, and I'd have to drop inspire courage. So I'm not doing that. I'm just going to growl and renew my inspire courage.
Okay.
Beating him with the whip would inspire courage from your allies.
Well,
Yeah, but it's only non-lethal.
I know. I'm teasing.
yeah,
I'm teasing.
but it just won't work. Okay, bardic inspiration. Here we go. Inspire courage. Casting it again. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I probably did it twice over.
That's okay. The other one expires.
I cannot. Yeah, I know it. Oh, that's right. And I can't get close enough to him, I don't think.
Don't stand there.
What?
Don't stand there. You've
Fine.
seen me in combat. You know I can't get next to him. I got to be 1 square away from him.
Right, I was trying to see if I could get over here, though, but I can't. I guess I can only go here because you're plugging up the damn hallway again.
I went as far as I could.
All right. I will stay there and observe from the peanut gallery.
Alexis.
That's a double move around the corner.
Okay, so you can see everyone's kind of ganging up on him, but it looks like right now.
I can do detect evil at will. But
Okay.
I'm double moved, so I can't get the results of my detect evil until I spend a move action looking at him.
Okay. You'll let me know when you've done that. Rempa.
5 foot step up. Let's see, I gotta
Don't
write
forget
down.
your. Does Ratatouille have weapon in hand?
Oh,
I'm assuming he has it.
no.
Is it Alt, right click or left click to target him, or Shift?
I think it's control.
Control.
Control
That's control, I
click.
think.
Control click.
Control
Yep.
left.
That's good. Okay. Okay. Yep. I got everything I want in there. Let's see if I can hit the sucker.
Dad.
He's got a weapon that's a 17.
Yeah, if he's got a weapon, that's a hit. I can't hear you, Nas.
I don't have a weapon.
Okay, no weapon, so he doesn't actually threaten him.
Okay, so it's only a 15.
It's only a 15. He dodges out of the way. He's not
Yeah.
not worried about Ratatouille at all.
Remember to carry a weapon, even if it's only a little dinky
He likes
dagger.
he likes to have his hands free for picking up stuff. Alandro.
It's a move. I don't have a +1 BAB.
Doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, to be able to draw it when you were running.
All right, a 5 foot to there.
Okay. Technically, that's not a flank because of Ratatouille's weaponless situation.
Oh, Ratatouille, what are you doing there, man?
He's taking up my flank.
Dude.
Well, remember, we're all just getting used to one another.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair,
This
fair.
is
We're developing battle tactics. We haven't got them yet.
But he's got no weapon drawn, right? So it doesn't matter.
he's got a short bow in his hand, and you notice that he's been using his hands. And
No, I mean Ratatouille.
oh, Ratatouille, no.
No, if he had, I would have hit him.
He has cheese in his hand.
Yeah, no miss. I didn't target him anyway, so that's it. I'm done.
He kind of bats your blade away with his bow.
A 5 foot. I guess I won't. I'll stay where I am.
Darcel spends one more round with Ameiko, making sure she's okay and untied, and he knows that she's in bad shape. She's like down to 1 hit point. So even he did 3 hit points back to her, so she was in the low minuses. Stay here, lass. That's my best, Darcel. All right. Tsuto, flurry of blows. He's not worried about Ratatouille at all, so he's going to focus on Alandril and use his second stunning strike. First roll is the stunning strike. Miss. The second one's a hit. Okay. Catches Alandril with an elbow under the chin.
Nice. Out cold.
And his head snaps back and he hits back off the wall. And he steps up onto the stairs.
Oh, what a bastard.
He says, you can surrender now and join me, or you can stay in this damn town and watch it burn. Ratatouille.
I can't hear what you're saying.
There we
This
go.
guy. So then you can hit me.
Okay, he will try.
Yeah, hit me. Go ahead. I don't care. We're at.
You don't want to try to acrobatics through?
I don't have the move.
Oh, okay.
I'm a rat.
He misses.
Wait.
You are a brave and dexterous rat at that. Per.
Stupid.
Okay. So
What
I'm
spell
gonna
did you? Oh,
growl
sorry.
again.
What spell did you try to use? Naz? Color spray. Okay.
I'm going to growl again and do Inspired Courage. Okay. What I'd like
I
to
have a
do...
question.
Yes.
Would a 16 have hit?
No.
Okay, because for some reason the Inspired Courage didn't show up on my attack.
Uh-oh.
I see.
Let's see if it shows up on mine.
Because it was 4 for strength, 1 for Bab, 1 for Inspired Courage, -1 for the power attack. And it should have come up a total of 16. And it came out at 15.
It didn't show up on me as well last time, but I wasn't...
Maybe you have to click it again when it runs out.
No, I did.
Every round.
I've been renewing it each round.
Yeah.
I just renewed it.
All right. Let's
See, it's on your... Look at the combat track.
No, I
and
see
you'll
it. I can see it on there. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go here, and then I want to tell me if I can do this. I want to use my light shield, put it out in front of me, jump onto it like a surfboard, and surf under his feet, and come out here, and I'd do an acrobatics roll. So it'd be like a tumble, but I'd be using my shield to surf under his feet.
So those stairs are going up.
Oh, they're going up.
Yeah.
Oh, I surf up.
Those are the ones you went down. Those are the stairs you went down.
So you're saying I can't do it because I can't. If it was going down, I could do it, but because it's going up, I can't do it.
Correct.
Damn, and I can't stay here. All right, I'll just tumble past him here.
Okay, give me a check.
So that Rampa can make a. All right, skill check. Acrobatics.
He has already used an attack of opportunity this round. This is where we find out if he's got combat reflexes. You dodge past him. He doesn't seem to be able to react in time to your.
All right, no, I will target him, hit him. I will do evoke arcane strike as my swift action, and I will hit him with my rapier. So this should be a +4 showing up on the roll. Let's see what it rolls as, because that's what it should be.
Let's find out.
Oh shit! What happened there?
I don't know, but you're bound to hit something with that.
Oh, you hit everybody. That's why. Okay, let's.
Oh wait.
Let's see here.
I have to target everybody. Okay, let's do it again.
Just take the best.
It did actually miss Tsuto.
Oh, did it really? But I didn't even get a chance to properly target. All right.
It's okay. You can shoot again.
Shoot again. Okay. So let's see if it does a +4 instead of rolling 500 +4s.
Because you did manage to hit yourself, I think.
Did I? Excellent.
Yeah.
No. Okay, it did do a +4. So Inspire Courage is working on me, but I just sucked when I rolled.
Serendipity states that you rolled the same thing against Tsuto again.
Right.
It was not meant to be.
Well, you know what? I don't think I've got this. Why is my attack +3? Oh, no. I'm right. No, that's right. I keep forgetting Arcane Strike actually adds to damage, not to attack. Right. Okay, moving on. I just sucked.
Spend a move action worth of time studying for detect evil on Tsuto.
Yes, you're getting somebody in here is evil. I think the first one gives you the presence of evil, correct?
For a paladin to detect evil, all 3 rounds are wrapped up in a move action.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he is evil. But he's not radiating evil like an evil cleric or anything like that. He's you're getting hints of like bad intentions.
Right. Since Arendril is down, I can stand in his square.
Correct. You can even stand on his scrotum if you want.
Nope.
It's a power move.
So I am.
Give me a leg up.
I am using my Smite Evil on Tsuto.
Okay.
Which would increase my AC versus him, and I'm standing in the square so that he has to attack me if he's going to get a cheap shot to do a lethal blow.
Okay.
And I'm looking at him going, it's not too late for you to surrender.
It's not too late for you to join.
Mechanically, I want to try to, because we didn't have a chance to do this before for the effects of Smite Evil. So I think I target him, right?
I think you just drag it onto your sheet. No.
Okay, so the notes say put it on Paladin. So I have to target myself.
Yes. Target yourself.
Okay.
So you just drop it onto yourself on the combat tracker.
Right, but he's the target of my Smite Evil, not if another enemy entered the fray.
But it affects your armor class and it affects your attacks against him.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. So I did that, and I will. Okay. Oh.
All right. We'll see if that works. We'll keep a special note to make sure.
Right. Because I definitely don't want it to be too much. I want it to be proper. So.
All right. So it was a move action and then a move action and then the smite was...
Yeah, to spend a move action to verify he's evil so that the smart evil would work. Then I had to move into position so I can't attack him. But I have a weapon out.
Yeah, you
so I am threatening.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rampa. From where you are, he's got some cover.
Right. And he's also only 5 feet away, right?
Yeah.
So I'll take if I take a 5-foot step back, I can't see him, right?
Right, he's got full cover.
So I'm going to walk to there.
Okay, so now Now we
he
find
has
out.
combat reflexes.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Doesn't. Okay. Well, that was the only way I could hit him, so I didn't really have a choice. I've still got him targeted. Okay. We'll try the sucker again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Rampa lashes out. Oh, that's a lot of damage. All right. So Tsuto went from really confident, I'm going to clean all your clocks if you don't join my little team of bad guys, to, okay, it's real now. So you strike at Tsuto, and yeah, he's wounded.
Okay, I'm done.
Elendril. If you click move past, it'll roll the stabilization for you automatically.
So if I click which one, sorry?
Just next actor.
At the bottom of the
Turn complete, you mean?
Yeah, just
turn
complete or next actor. It'll roll your stabilization. And it applies the effect stable to you automatically.
Nice,
All right.
that's cool.
Darcel, in the fight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he'll stop there in case he doesn't want to get in anybody's way.
Oh. And you don't want to get hit.
Yeah. And
you got cover there, so
he says, I'm coming, lad. As
too late, he can't hear you.
Elendril's starting to come around a little bit, but he got his clock cleaned. All right, so Tsuto, 5-foot step, flurry of blows on Alexis. Okay, so with your deflection bonus to your armor class, does that?
It ties, so yeah.
Okay.
23.
So it was actually a hit? Okay. So he kind of fakes out a jab and then comes across with the hand that's holding the bow and catches you clean on the jaw. As he's kind of got a height advantage now on the stairs. He's got the high ground according to this our Star Wars moment of the day for the 4th. He's got the high ground. Ratatouille, he's completely ignoring you, dude. And you feel slighted by it.
Bomb him in the face. This is a touch attack if it matters.
Oh, it's on my screen. It bounced around about 15 times and then settled on the one.
And then ended up with a 1.
It lagged like crazy. So, okay, this is gonna be crazy. Oh, so yeah, here it's 1.
1 is due.
So
due north, right?
Yeah, and then since it was 1 extra, so he takes. Yeah, buddy. And I laugh at him.
Does that get Alexis too?
I can't. I don't have line of sight.
Yeah, you can move around to take a look.
Oh.
If that had hit the square,
no. If it would have been to the left, I would.
Okay, gotcha.
That would make sense, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
courage. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking now. There's no way I can whip out my whip, pun fully intended, and try and trip him, right?
Good.
It's not.
Is it
to do with a whip?
It's ranged, I think. I think you have a 10-foot reach with a whip. No.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't.
Yep.
But I don't have
15
base attack bonus 1, so I can't sheath my rapier and whip out my whip.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So you didn't have your whip in hand?
No, I have my rapier in hand.
Okay, you can.
And my shield in the other.
You can drop your rapier and.
It sounds like a bad idea to do that, though. But what does the whip do? Well, let's just see what let's see what the equipping the whip would do. What it does. I mean, I don't even know what this thing does. 1d2 slashing, disarm, reach, and trip. All right, I will try and trip him. Absolutely, I'll say you're now part of my act, buddy. And
I think if you fail by, I think before you do that, if you fail by like a big enough amount, he can actually trip you back or something like that.
Well, then I'm going to do it for sure.
Okay.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, as long as you can reach him. If he's swinging from 10 feet away, he can probably just drop the whip. But otherwise, you're right. He gets a chance to trip him back.
Right. Well, I'm going to do our evoke arcane strike with my whip. Do I have my whip on my? Wait a minute. I'm not seeing. Here we are. Oh yes, I do. Here we go. Oh, why is it? Oh, I only get a +1 with a whip because, of course, it's a strength-based weapon.
Yes.
Oh well. What the hell? You only live once. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to untarget everybody. All right, now I've untargeted everybody. Sorry, that was so dumb.
Who would you have hit? Alandrill. You would have, and Alexis.
All right, let's see if I can do it properly with a. Okay, then this needs to. I need to put a +1 modifier because I don't have an arcane strike whip set up.
Okay.
So
that's to damage, right?
No. Oh yeah, no, it's to damage.
Yeah, it's to damage.
Just crap. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can even hit the poor guy. No. Okay. Never mind.
Okay, so how much do you have to fail by for the trip attack?
5.
Is it 5?
I think so.
Let's have a look.
I didn't think it was any number. I thought he just didn't succeed, but it may be a number.
Let me have a look here.
I rolled a 9. So 9 + 5 is 14. I'm sure he has better defense than 14, right?
Is it CMD or is his armor class?
CMD.
CMD? I think it is too.
CMD?
Yeah, so CMD is decent though because he's not quite
a dex.
Yeah, well, you also can tell he's probably an unarmed fighter as well. So let's see.
It appears to be.
Is it better than 14?
Yeah, is it better than 20? Is the question.
No.
Okay, so he reaches out and grabs your whip. You got a chance. You can let it go.
I'll let it go and say I didn't want it anyway, sucker.
Okay. So he's got a whip in one hand and his bow in the other.
Why are you giving him stuff?
Because I want him to come to his senses and join a performance.
It says if you fail by 10 or more, you're knocked prone instead.
Okay, so he reaches out to grab the whip, but he just misses. So you still have the whip in hand. Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, I'm moving on. That was exciting.
It was exciting. Alexis.
Oh, 5-foot step and attack him. I guess we'll apply the disadvantage. Not all the way up the stairs.
No, don't worry about that. It's just flavor, just Star Wars flavor, because it's the 4th.
Well, he's probably +1 to hit you because he's on higher ground.
Morningstar does a normal +4 attack, so with the smite, it ought to be +7. We'll see what the number says.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh,
he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's a hit. It's
it only added 5.
It did only add 5.
The additional 1 is being motivated by the kitty's perk.
Yeah.
So it did not factor in the additional charisma bonus to that. So it should be +8. So
definitely a hit.
27.
Definitely a hit.
Your charisma bonus to hit and your level to damage.
7 points of damage. All right, he's wobbling. Rampa. Okay.
Nice.
Another one.
Okay. So he crumbles at the top of the stairs. Slides down a little bit.
Wah, wah.
Darcel says, "Get your weapons ready," and he channels energy for. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. Elandrill goes. He's fine, and then Darcel. Let's see here. Let's see if this works.
Well, and if you're going to do it, let's get the lady up too.
Yeah, exactly. He just because this guy's dying. This guy's bleeding out. Tsuto. So he's telling you guys to put your weapons on him. So. Yeah, let's see here. Channel energy. Let's see if this works. 6. Okay, it didn't work.
Did he take selective channeling?
He didn't.
That's all right. We can drag everybody. I'll drag the body away from you guys because I don't need the healing.
He was just trying to stabilize him. So he didn't die. I figured you guys want to question him.
Yep.
That's what Darcel would have thought.
I'd like to use my whip in that process if I can.
Absolutely. Everybody's you've got the drop on him. He's dropped his bow. He's on the ground. He's prone. Elendril, you come around. I don't think that would have taken effect for Ratatouille, but we'll say that Ratatouille was at the top of the stairs and it got him. So everybody's got 6 hit points back. And the situation has been, we'll go out of combat from here. And you've got Tsuto at a point where he's stable.
You made the right choice to not join your dead goblin friends.
We'll handle them up as much as we can.
I didn't choose this.
Chose this though. No, punch him right in the face.
Okay. All right.
Dropping you.
All right. That puts him back. Puts him back to 0. All right. So he's unconscious.
Had to be done. Sorry.
I want to give him a few whips, even though he's unconscious.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unconscious is fine because it'd be better to put him in a situation where he can't escape.
All right. I'll move him to 3 or 4 points below 0.
Well, yeah, I believe though, isn't the whip just?
It's not lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal damage.
Yep.
That's why I'm doing it. I'm not that cruel.
So he'll get those hit points back over like 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. He's not bleeding. He's not bleeding out. That's all I'm saying.
Is Ameiko with us right now?
No, Ameiko's just got herself. She's just getting herself up and trying to sort out what's going on. She's back over here. We're not going to worry about minis and stuff like that. Combat's over. You guys can move around and do what you like.
All right, start searching the place.
Okay.
Let's search him.
Yep.
Smite evil lasts till either the target is dead or I choose to dismiss it or choose another target to smite.
Absolutely.
So, okay. If he decides to fight us again, it's still active, right?
Yeah.
Do we have him properly bound and gagged?
You can. Absolutely.
Yep. And we'll take his bow and his weapons.
Obviously, the materials around here are you could use the stuff that he bound and gagged his sister, or if you don't have anything else.
Well, I'd be willing to surrender my whip to bind him just because it has a certain etiquette to it that's really nice to bind his wrist with.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's check to see if there's any other doors around here. And if we see anything else that looks like a goblin. And there was another door that we didn't check down here. Oh, I hate the fact you can't down where I am.
Well, the room he came out of was
the room that he came out of. It's it looks like a let's see here.
Little bedroom?
No, it looks like it was like some kind of secret office or something like that. A lot of there's signs in here that this hasn't been used in quite some time. But except for the last maybe day or so.
Okay.
So in here you've got it looks like a pack that probably belonged to Tsuto. It's an empty booze bottle, some kind of hard liquor, and on one of the tables there's an open journal.
And we haven't found big locked chest or a vault or a safe or anything like that, have we?
You found a safe as soon as you came in the doors upstairs.
You
but
found
it was
2 safes and they're open.
It was opened.
Oh, they were open already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now that you think about it, some of the glass that was on Lanjiko had a goldish tinge to it.
Well, we should definitely take that to cover our costs.
Well, you may have to melt it off his head. Come on.
But some of us have fire, I think.
Why don't we find out what Chico thinks about it?
I want to look at the
first?
journal if someone will allow that to happen.
Absolutely. So we've got I'm assuming you're going to totally disarm Tsuto and search him and all
take
that
his
stuff.
bow and search him.
Yeah. So between him and in the room, there was 20 arrows, be 19 now that he shot one. So a masterwork flute, looks like a magical potion of some sort. There's 6 pouches of gold dust, 8 pouches of silver dust, and they look like they probably belong to the Glassworks at some point. We're used in the reagent process for coloring the glass. He's wearing a magical ring. His short bow is a composite short bow for +1 strength.
Yeah, that's what I have.
He's got silver earrings that are worth a little bit. He's got a masterwork set of thieves' tools. I might interest Landro. It looks, I don't know what your set is, but his set looks pretty nice. And
I don't think I have one. Yeah.
Tsuto's journal. Let's see here. Can drag it right to Alexis, maybe. I don't know if that shows up on your sheet or not. Alexis, I just dragged it.
Okay. I see a menu pop up. How do I make that show up in my inventory?
I'm not sure. How about I just share this picture?
I got to guess. Drag it by the ribbon.
All right. So let's share this with the team.
Oh, this is interesting.
All right. So the journal, this was the book that was out on the table. It says, the raid went about as planned. A few Thistletop goblins perished and were able to score Tobin's casket with ease while the rubes were distracted by the rest. I can't wait until the real raid. This town deserves a burning, that's for sure. And then there's a picture that looks like a map of Sandpoint, roughly. And you see a few X's and some arrows. You can see the arrow from where the goblins probably entered the town to the north that you guys witnessed. A couple X's. One X is where you fought the goblins in the town square. Yeah, and the other X is behind the cathedral where Father Tobin's area mausoleum was.
Yep, where they took it out. Yep.
Is the journal written in common?
It is written in common, yeah. And this, the next page is, there's a lot of sketches of a woman.
Right.
Mostly naked. She looks quite attractive by the sketches. It says, Rip Nugget seems to favor the overwhelming land approach, but I don't think it's the best plan. We should get the Quasit's aid. Anybody with knowledge planes or knowledge arcana can roll on that one. We should get
my knowledge local tell me if this is an example of demon, devil, or fiend porn?
Yes, it's definitely fiend porn. Ratatouille knows that a Quasit is it's like a minor demon that's used by wizards a lot of times as evil wizards as a familiar. They know that they have some spellcasting abilities, and they are I think they're damaged by silver weapons and good, but we can go over that for sure. They look like almost like imps. They're small winged bat-like demons. And they have a poison sting. We should get the Quasit's aid. Send her freaks up from below via the smuggling tunnel in my father's Glassworks, which is probably where you are right now. and then invade them from the river and from the Glassworks in smaller but more focused strikes. The rest except Brethusmus agree, and you guys remember that Shalelu described Brethusmus as a bugbear raider that she had several conflicts with. Neither one could get the best of one another. The rest except Brethusmus agree, and I'm pretty sure the bugbear is just being contrary to annoy me. My love's too distracted with the lower chambers to make a decision. Says that once Malfeshnikor is released and under her command, we won't need to worry about being subtle. I hope she's right. And then it says here, and you also know that Rip Nugget is the chief of the Thistletop Goblins. You remember that. So Rip Nugget seems to favor the overwhelming land approach, but I don't think it's the best plan. Over several more pages, my love seems bent on going through with it. Nothing I can say convinces her of her beauty. She remains obsessed with removing what she calls her celestial taint, and we can insert all kinds of jokes there, and replacing it with her mother's grace. Burning her father's remains at the Thistletop Shrine seems to have started the transformation, but I can't say her new hand is pleasing to me. Hopefully when she offers Sandpoint to Lamashtu's fires, her new body won't be as hideous. Maybe I'll luck out. The succubi are demons too, aren't they?
There you go.
So, is Ameiko awake and ready to participate in this conversation?
Absolutely.
I would like to involve her in this conversation, showing her what her brother's been doing.
Yeah, and she obviously she says, well, he tried to involve me in it as well. Offered me a place at his side. Of course, I refused and struck him, and then his goblins beat me senseless.
Well, the goblins are dead, and he is unconscious on the floor over there. Unfortunately, I think your father's passed on too.
Father was here?
He's upstairs, and the method that they used to kill him was to encase him in the glass. I say it as plainly as possible, but not like...
Yeah, absolutely. Not. Okay, she's kind of takes a moment, and she sort of nods and looks away, tries not to make any eye contact with anybody. Well, all right.
Ameiko.
All right. Tsuto, you bastard.
He was a kind of a unruly type, wasn't he? I don't know.
Well, her Tsuto and father had been estranged, basically.
So
I think getting the name Tsuto has something to do with that's a terrible name to have to bear your life. That's probably part of it.
Wow.
So he definitely belongs in prison in town.
Absolutely.
However, I fear that he has connections, and locking him in prison will only, someone would need to guard him 24/7, eyes on, or else corruption be what it may, he could escape and cause trouble. What do you recommend?
I don't know. When's Hemlock due back?
Within a few days. I'm not sure, 2-3 days, something like that.
Yeah.
He traveled to...
yeah, she knows he's gone. She knows he's off to
Miramar, I think is the name of the city. Magnamar.
Yeah.
And he's going to return shortly.
We could keep it under wraps that he's in custody somehow. I don't know how we would go about that, but
we could put him in the cellar at the Dragon without anyone knowing.
Okay.
Does Ameiko have the means to keep him a prisoner?
Not without, she would have to close her in to do it.
Well, there's rooms here.
We could definitely,
Right.
but yeah, we like you said, we would have to definitely keep eyes on and keep a watch. And who knows where these tunnels lead? I didn't even know this was here. I've been down here numerous times.
So I believe she's telling the truth, but more than likely she'd want to at least roll a sense motive check on that.
Yeah, for sure.
There must be somewhere. It's a good-sized town.
Yeah,
with a
absolutely. You're
discreet place.
100% correct.
Stables,
I believe.
maybe in the stables, up in the rafters.
We could definitely keep him in probably the best place would be the jail at the garrison. But
Yeah, sense motive. I can't do much better in the sense motive.
but
Don't we want nobody to? We'd want to prevent other people from knowing he is being incarcerated, don't we? Or do we not care?
I don't know. I'm going to leave that to your discretion. He should definitely be tried for.
It's in the local jail. I don't think we can keep it that hidden. I'm more concerned about following these tunnels back up because I think that's where the goblins are coming from.
Yeah, we should definitely go kill the goblins because they don't want to talk.
No,
we may want to rest overnight though.
They seem set on. They seem set on whatever they're doing.
Was there a time frame given for when they would come back?
No. Just that there is plans in the works.
Yeah.
And that Tsuto seemed to be a fairly big player.
Yeah, he might divulge it after being tortured for a while.
Does Ameiko know about the lady in the drawing?
Yeah, she's that's Nualia. She didn't die in the fire.
You know this for a fact?
He told me.
Oh, well, there you go. That's who it is then.
He wanted me to...
That would explain why no body was found.
She's got something going on with the Thistletop Goblin, some sort of ceremony or some sort of ritual or something like that she's trying to enact. Tsuto wanted me to join them there.
And is that naked fiend actually someone somebody knows, or is that just a caricature of that type of, or is that actually
these are drawings of Nualia, and apparently burning the bones of Father Tobin has enacted some sort of change in her.
So she's become that naked star demon.
He speculates as the letter goes on that hopefully she turns into a succubus.
Oh, right. He did say that. Right.
That's what he wants for her, but the question is, what does she want? It might not be the same, right?
Exactly.
That's just what a succubus looks like in his mind.
Yes.
All right.
But it's got Nualia's features. He says, let's see here. She remains obsessed with removing what she calls her celestial taint and replacing it with her mother's grace. So Ameiko will look at the letter and she'll interpret that with you. A Lamashtu. She has a link, some sort of link to Lamashtu. That.
Oh, right. That is in there.
Who is Lamashtu? Knowledge religion.
Yeah, exactly. So Lamashtu is the mother of monsters. A lot of goblins venerate Lamashtu. She's given credit for birthing a lot of the more strange kind of monsters, like Lamias and.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be getting my games crossed over. Do we know Nualia was an Azamar, or was that rumor?
No, you knew that she was an Azamar, and it was she was kind of deemed as special. People would always go up and try and touch her hair and stuff like that for luck, and she was kind of elevated for her angelic aspects. as a young person. You've heard stories about her and stuff like that. So as the letter goes, burning her father's remains at the Thistletop Shrine seems to have started the transformation, but I can't say that her new hand is pleasing to me. And then it says, hopefully when she offers Sandpoint to Lamashtu's fires, her new body won't be as hideous. Maybe I'll luck out. So her new hand is hideous, and she burned Father Tobin's remains as a sacrifice to Lamashtu, and it enacted some sort of change to her.
So he's just an evil, dirty-minded dude, basically hoping that there's going to be a succubi around.
Yeah, it looks like she got some Red Bull too.
Yeah,
it did give her wings.
Well, we should definitely show this journal to the sheriff when he returns.
Yeah, there will be a trial, and I can't see with the lives lost and the damage done anything beyond the sternest of all sentences for Tsuto.
Because your employees, unfortunately, are gone as well that worked in the glass.
Not only gone, they've been dismembered.
Do we want to try and get the sheriff to pay to see it? Read this? Because under the lure of some spicy illustrations in it.
Trying to make a buck off the sheriff.
Yeah. Absolutely. He's probably one of the few in town that's got good money behind him.
Have we tried opening this other door?
No, you have not.
We should fully explore this area and understand what's here, because if there is a secret path.
Yeah, and you've got a couple magic items too that you might want to explore as well.
Maybe a locked vault or
no.
chest.
It looks like this is where the tunnels come from.
Well, maybe they go to the treasure room though.
That door is supposed to be locked, but it's okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're gonna eventually get the DC 20 check.
Absolutely.
Well, it may take 4 or 5 chances, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So these very nice locksmith tools for legal purposes would come in handy for you, Alan Drill.
They don't give a bonus, I guess, eh?
No, you take a -2 if you don't have these tools.
I think
right.
Yeah, you get a +1.
Yeah,
you
+1
on Masterwork.
Yes, you do.
There you go.
I already took them.
The flute. I'm interested in the flute. I can't play a flute, but it being a musical instrument really fascinates me.
Yeah.
You can't play it now, but you might be able to later.
Yeah,
you're probably the most qualified out of all of us.
Especially if it turns out to be, especially if it's magical.
I probably, if the sheriff doesn't insist on taking this letter, I can probably sell it to a flute instructor. Trade it for lessons.
Is this one time at band camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so anybody want to take a crack at the potions or the ring?
What we need to detect magic can't identify them, correct?
No, but it lets you know that there is magic.
All right, I'll try perception on the potion.
Okay.
11. No, that's not enough.
No.
I'll do the same. I do have some arcane abilities.
This is you do perception on it. It takes a little bit.
Yeah, if you do knowledge arcana or spellcraft,
that works too. Yep.
Or craft alchemy.
I do have. Actually, I don't have spellcraft yet. I have perception though. Here's a perception.
All right, Ratatouille's got it.
Oh, my perception sucked.
And Ratatouille for the ring. It's a +1 ring of protection as well.
Ooh.
So at this point, we should probably figure out what to do with the permanent magic items. Do you guys want to do like a roll off? Everybody throw their hat in the ring, and
I'm happy to give it to the paladin. He's the one that's going to be in the front line most of the time.
I'd go in the front line too if I had a ring.
Well, the ring would have been a difference between hit or miss from the one time I was hit. So
that's right.
What else is in there? There's the ring, the flute, the thieves' tool, the potions. Was there anything else though?
There's the short bow. There's 6 pouches of gold dust. worth 50 gold pieces each. 8 pouches of silver dust worth 5 gold pieces each.
Well, Ameiko's in the room with us, looking at us dividing stuff that came from the Glassworks.
Yeah, and her brother.
Right,
but still,
cost.
Yeah, she says, I don't know what Father's wishes were for his estate. I don't know if they would know about estates and have that kind of stuff. I imagine they'll have to probably be in the hands of the other families, or maybe Mayor Deverin, if he didn't leave specific wishes. I don't know what's to become of this. I don't know anything about Glassworks. I never really paid any attention to it.
Then you won't really notice that there's no gold dust.
No, I won't notice that missing at all.
Oh, it's
Gotcha. I'll assume that she's okay with our.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? She owes you her life, basically. Because who knows what Tsuto was going to do once she refused him again, and whatever else was going to happen.
Well, any other character I play would be doing exactly what everyone else is doing, right?
Yeah.
But this is a paladin, so I need to make sure we're all legit.
Absolutely.
Okay,
so lawful good paladin? I can't remember.
Does everybody have bows that wants them?
Does anybody have like one a composite short bow with a +1 strength?
Because I'll take it if nobody else will. I won't normally use it, but I don't have a ranged weapon.
Well, you might as well take it if you can shoot a ranged weapon. But
sure, I can. I can shoot every weapon.
So I have a regular short bow, but I'm in the same boat. If I'm using it, then it's a very specific circumstance. I will be in melee in most situations.
Yeah. Well, whoever has the better dex will be better with it, right?
Or whoever has the better strength, or at least +1 strength.
Yeah, I meet the strength requirement, but I think Rompo would probably have the better dex.
I'm a +2 dex.
Oh, there you go. It is something good for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be a +3 dex in a couple levels. Okay.
There you go.
So you'll be better at it. And I already have a short bow, so you take it.
Okay.
Especially if the rings come in my way, I'm perfectly happy with that. That's if you guys decide that's okay.
Okay.
Because it's not a short bow, point blank and precise shot, right?
No.
Okay, I don't want it. If there's any bows like that, though, I definitely want it. But you know.
Okay. I tried dragging and dropping it.
Didn't work. Did you try it into the inventory section on your?
Yeah, on the inventory section, I tried to pick up the 1, the number, right?
No. Try the piezo symbol.
Yeah, on the right.
Okay.
Always the piezo symbol.
Blue
the
ribbon.
Little, yeah.
It won't let me pick up the piezo symbol.
It looks a lot like Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Exactly.
That's what they were aiming for. I don't know
There we
why
go.
they're aiming.
There you go.
There you go. It seems they have to be just a certain angle on it to get it. That's fine. I'm good now.
Also, if it's overlapping another window or close to the edge of one, that will prevent you from dragging and dropping all sorts of things.
Also, you
And
guys
I will
notice
adjust the arrows by 1.
as you're divvying up the stuff, you notice that the other locked door leads to a set of tunnels that seems to go underneath the town of Sandpoint.
We should have a rest, but we have to come back and go through those because that could lead to wealth or it could lead to clandestine activities.
So you've got the lock wasn't destroyed. It was on the outside of the door where you guys were, and it looked like it had been on there for a long time. Like maybe years. Like not millennium, but like years. And it looks like these walls, you got Darcel here. He knows a little bit about stonework and stuff like that. He would say that judging from the mortar and stuff like that these walls were erected probably about 5 to 10 years ago. And that this door here was locked up probably around that time.
Not very old at all.
It's not ancient, but I mean, this area of the basement being walled in and stuff like that for like at least 5 years is kind of a significant clue.
Knowledge local, would it have told me when this part of town in general was built?
This part of town in general was built years ago. Like probably, I think Sandpoint was founded like 70 years ago, or 50
so,
like that.
So this part of town is as old as the earliest parts of town.
Yeah, and this tunnel is probably around that old. So it was probably built adjoining the Glassworks when Ameiko's family built the Glassworks. Where it goes, you don't know. Darcel will do. Let's see here. He's got only Elendril's still hurt, right? So, would you rather him do a Cure Light Wounds or a Channel Energy?
Well, we Elendril the only one. If you do Channel Energy, you can get what's her face in it as well.
Yeah, that's true too.
We should explore this path to see where it leads.
Yep.
But can we do it once we've rested a bit?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no.
What time of day is it?
It's early in the morning. Like you guys came here as soon as Bethana. You were waking up with the sun, with Bethana knocked on your door.
Not even an hour since we awoke.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm all of inspiration. I don't feel inspiring anymore. Maybe this flute. Maybe I can try and play this flute miraculously.
Ameiko says, "Well, I should get back to the dragon. Bethana's no doubt going to be worried. What are your plans with Tsuto, and what can I help you with?"
I guess we're going to have to put him in the prison. I have no confidence they can keep him there, but we'll keep him tied up until the sheriff gets back.
We can could maybe cloak him and lead him there. Like,
oh yeah, no, we can carry him there. We'll get a cart. They'll have carts in this place. We'll cover him in a tarp and take him there so nobody sees him.
That's there's actually a cart right outside, I believe.
There you go.
And I think Sundancer was outside as well. No.
Yeah, well, all our horses were.
Yes. Yeah, that's right too. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and there's make sure that there's nobody at the garrison. I think there's only like 3 or 4 guards anyway, and I think most of them went with Hemlock. So I think you guys have the run of the garrison.
I think you told us there were 5 in town.
Okay.
Pulling shifts outside of what we were supposed to do walking around. I could correct me if I'm wrong. I may be misremembering that.
No, I believe you were right. Yeah. We were going to put 2 on 2 different gates and 1 on the 3rd.
That's right too. So do you want to keep them? You can order them not to go into the garrison prison and stuff like that if you want them not to see Tsuto.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. How about we keep a guard?
Tell them they have to sleep outside.
Yeah.
And just make sure the guards stay on guard.
Yeah, exactly. You guys can have like a rotating guard and then rest up and do all your other stuff in that too.
Or we just give them a lot of coffee and they just have to stay awake all the time.
And I don't know if you've...
If we keep him unconscious, then he won't escape.
That's true.
So, but without like bonking him on the head every hour, maybe there's something... like alchemic thing we can get him just to keep him in the unconscious state.
Keep him sedated?
Him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's yeah.
Every hour to subdue.
Let me actually bring up Ameiko in the NPCs and see there's a character sheet of her in here somewhere. And you guys might also want to check your own character sheets because you gained a level.
All right, on.
Oh, so if we stay overnight, we can add our level in.
Absolutely. You guys can level up right now if you want.
Yeah, let's sleep it off. And
one question, okay, Alexis, take the ring of protection. I don't think anybody else is objecting to that.
I was going to ask that. And then the silver earrings, are those magical? Or just...
No, they're not.
Those.
All right.
Her probably wants the silver earrings.
We'll be selling those bad boys.
Yeah, let's sell it. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. But they look so nice on a furry kitty ear.
I'm sure they do. Now, we had 2 potions from before and 1 now. So was it two? We now have 2 cure lights and 1 cure moderate.
One cure
Is that
moderate.
right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm going to
Okay.
take a cure light because I don't have any healing potions right now.
Okay, I suggest the rogue take 1 as well.
Yeah, good idea.
Hopefully, next time he gets hit, he'll be able to have enough hit points so he can take a potion.
We can always pour it down his mouth too if we get beside
Well, that's true.
him.
And so maybe we'll give the 3rd one to the cleric, and he can pour it down somebody's mouth.
The moderate one? Yeah, that sounds good.
Sure. If you just drag that back into the party sheet, I'll drag it over to Darcel's.
Okay, I'm taking the flute. It might make me encumbered though. I'm not sure. Oh my god! Wait, that's got to be a mistake. It weighs 3 pounds. There's no way a flute weighs 3 pounds.
Is that what it says?
Yes, it says 3 pounds. That's ridiculous. I'm just on the cusp of being encumbered.
Just heavy is good. Heavy's reliable. If it doesn't work, you can always hit him with it.
Well, that must mean that it's like made out of
it's lead.
Adamantine or
It's a
something
lead.
like that.
It's a lead flute.
Oh no, I was thinking adamantine or platinum. They're heavy.
It's definitely not a mithril flute. That's for sure.
Oh damn, that would have been beautiful.
Okay. To level up. Okay, what do we have to do? Just click on the plus?
No, you want to. It's the same procedure as, so if you go into the notes section, the character creation guideline, you open that up.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Oh, you can drag and drop. Yeah, you could do it that way too.
So you have to find the actual class. But
That's
the way
right.
to do it is you open up modules. So in the right-hand side under tools and all that stuff, if you click on modules, you should be able to scroll down to the PF RPG class and archetypes module. And if you click on that, a whole bunch of things will pop up to the right-hand side. Yeah. Now, if you click on
I get
classes,
the module by going to the character creation guidelines.
Okay, so no, you go to the character creation guidelines. Just has all the step-by-steps on how to do this. So you get to modules by looking in the library on the right-hand side.
On library, I knew there was something I had missing on this.
Yeah. Right, so I click on modules.
Library. There we go. Modules. Yeah.
Now you should be able to scroll down to PF RPG class and archetypes.
Yep.
So in there, you'll on the right-hand side, once you've clicked on it, you will see classes.
Yep.
And now you can scroll to your actual class that you use to create your character. So if you had an archetype, it should only be the one. If you didn't use an archetype, you have to be careful with which one you select. I think it's always the top one. Like say you were just a regular bard, not a bard of whatever. Do you have an archetype, Per?
There we go. Hit point is what I want.
All right.
Yeah, I do. I got it, and I made sure that I unloaded the advanced player's guide.
Okay.
So that I knew that my arcane duelist had to be coming from that one, which is what I used to build it before I imported it. And I did get my pop for 1 hit point or skill rank. I'm going hit point.
Yep. So once you've brought that up, once you've brought the class up that you want to find, so you've clicked on classes, you've got a list of all the classes. Should be like 25 to 29 pages of classes. So this is for Rampa, right? So let's see. We got to scroll all the way. We're on. What class are we looking for, Rampa?
I'm looking at him now, monk.
Oh, you're going monk, are you?
Somebody's got to be able to hit. I got to be able to hit him inside my 5-foot range.
All right. So
and I can pick up combat reflexes. So yeah.
Are you going with just a regular monk or some kind of?
They've got more in here than I'm actually familiar with. So I was starting to read through them.
Oh, okay.
Cool. And I get combat casting as a free feat. But I will now have to look to getting nuke spells.
So when you find the class that you want, you just drag the piezo symbol into on the very front page, the main page of your character sheet. you'll drag it right over to class and level and just drop it. So say for Elandril, is your class an archetype? There you go. You just hit rogue.
Yeah, it's the Unchained, right? So it's not going to.
It's not.
So I'm just going to use rogue
Perfect.
for now and just tweak it as we go.
That's awesome. Just see it pop right up there. That's perfect.
Perfect. Let's do.
I'm just going to step away from the keyboard for 1 second, and I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, anyway.
I have 4 skill points. Yay. I'm definitely not putting any ranks
How
into
do I
climb.
back up from it?
Back up from having dragged and dropped it? Not easily.
No.
From backing up from what?
They had all the different monk types, right? So I clicked on one to look and see what it was, but I can't go back to the full page of it.
When you looked at it, it should have popped up a new window with the details of that.
Okay, hang on. It was a separate window. It overlaid the first one. I couldn't see
it
that.
overlaid it. It's underneath
Okay.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, what am I going to put my
The
skills
Unchained
on?
doesn't probably do me any good because I'm not going to take a whole whack of.
Oh, I know what I was going to do. I'm going to have knowledge geography. I'm supposed to have knowledge geography. I need to get a skill. Where is no?
Okay.
Oh no, I can just create a skill, can't I? Yes, they're up the top. It does have that feature. I like that. Good. Knowledge geography. No one else in our party has knowledge geography, right?
No.
Nope.
Good. I was supposed to already have it, but you know.
So, question: lay on hands. I get its second level.
Yep.
It mentioned it in the abilities, class abilities. There it is, lay on hands. But under actions, there's no action.
Yeah,
for
it has to be created. It doesn't automatically create them. This
Okay.
rule set isn't that sophisticated. Some of them are, but not this
So
one.
I'll need some help with that to make sure.
Yeah,
it's
he'll have
created.
to. It'll probably have to be our dungeon master because he probably only has the ability to actually create the item.
What you looking
It'll
for?
be locked.
So,
Lay on hands
yeah.
under actions.
Lay on
Oh, okay.
hands.
Yep.
So it's in the abilities. I got it as a class ability. It updated that correctly, but if I say I cast lay on hands, I have nothing to click.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure I've got something for that, I think. Whether it works or not is a different thing.
Right.
I gotta have another rank of perform.
Because we've noted that the
Well,
the
just
Smite
like with
Evil
Divine,
didn't work so great.
well, it did everything properly except didn't add the charisma bonus to my attack roll.
Yeah, so we got to fix that. We have to fix that. That's the most important part.
Right, because the +3 to AC was not as helpful as I would have hoped. Still got it.
I really want to add a perform flute, but it would just be taking it so badly out of narrative. I will not do it.
You're not going to go the Ron Burgundy jazz flute?
No, I'm gonna have to find somebody somewhere in the world that actually come across someone that teaches it, for crying out loud.
So it automatically added half +1 hit points. That's what we're going with.
I think what we decided was average, or you could roll, right? Roll, and then if it was less than average, then take the average. Isn't that?
I'll take what it gave me. That's fine.
Okay.
It's quite generous with it. It gives you average +1.
Okay. I'm good with that too.
It's better.
It's
Yeah,
it's your game, so I'll do we can do whatever you guys want to do.
Well, it does that automatically because Pathfinder by default is average +1, whereas the beasts, if I remember correctly, are not. They're average.
Yeah.
So I like it. I have 17 hit points. I like what it did.
I'm good with the players deciding the rules.
All the rules? Oh no. That could be dangerous.
All right, let's see here. Lay on hands. There we go. Let's change that because it's not 3d6. There we go.
Now,
And it's half level plus charisma modifier, so 4 uses per day. But that could go up with leveling up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what you do is let's put that under first level, and I'll write 4 in there, and then I'll shift it over to that one instead. There we go. We'll delete it off. There we go. It should keep track of. No, I had the wrong thing. Should be 4 times. How about we do that instead? There we go. That should work. Okay, I think we're good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rada, you going straight wizard, or you got something funky up your sleeve?
No, just wizard.
What new spells did you learn? Or are you going to surprise me with it later?
Vanish and Expeditious Retreat.
Oh, nice selection.
Thank
We got the Purr of Purity is sticking with their bard.
yeah, I'm going Bard, Arcane Duelist Bard for sure.
All right, Alexis is.
Now I got a BAB 1, so I'm really buff and tough.
You can draw that weapon at any time now.
I can, and I will be, even if I'm not in combat. I'll just be doing it for shits.
Alexis Paladin.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do, at least for the foreseeable future.
All right. Alan Drill's more rogue. This is the good level for rogue, isn't it?
Yeah, I get evasion. I get
The finesse.
So I'm looking at combat trick. Is that any bonus combat feat?
No, that actually, yeah, it is. As long as you qualify for it, I believe.
I think it's a list on the rogue page.
Here's what you should. Okay, maybe it is. Here's what you should keep in mind, though. The rogue talents generally are a touch more powerful than a regular feat. So,
Like bleeding attack.
yeah, it's just generally one little, and you can't get them anywhere else, other than, well, for the most part, anyway. So, like fast stealth, you can't get that anywhere else, and you're just moving at full speed while in stealth, stuff like that. There's a lot of really good stuff. And I think you get to use your weapon finesse right now. No? Or was that last level?
It's I can use it this level, but I'll get it only to hit, but I don't get the bonus to attack for damage until 3rd level.
3rd level, yeah. You have to pick a certain weapon, right? One weapon.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I'm not sure what Darcel wants to do, so I'm going to leave his character untouched.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. Now, where does it show that I get my bonus feat?
It won't. You just go to special
have to
abilities and drag it over. Yeah. A lot of stuff like feats and skills and stuff like that you have to manually input.
Yeah.
This is for the...
As long as I know it, it's all good.
This is more for the bones of the character, with the BAB and the saves and that kind of stuff.
There we go.
I have to have somebody carry my whip and 20 of my arrows for me because I'm encumbered now. Can someone carry my whip and it can be a party whip. kind of the thing. It's kind of a party toy, anyways. But I can't carry 60 arrows. It's too much.
You had 60 arrows?
60 arrows, yeah. Because I took some off goblins, so I'll put just some back on the party sheet. I'm gonna put 20 back on the party sheet.
It's pretty bad when and they're extra arrows.
I'm pretty sure
affects
Darcy
weight.
can carry them, and I don't think they're going to affect his weight too much.
Yeah. Well, I still got 40 arrows. I mean, I haven't barely shot any of them.
Let's see
Got
here.
like 37 arrows.
I'm carrying 40, and I doubt I'll shoot more than 3 anytime soon.
Well,
So I just
you
don't
can be the arrow mule then. How's that?
I stick him on the horse.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a horse.
Yeah, I know we have horses, but yeah, that's true. I got 40. Let's put him on the horse. I have him in the party sheet. I guess that's the same as being on the horse.
Darcel's a dwarf with the strength of 15, and I think his armor is, was he rocking scale mail or something like that?
So those silver
Yeah.
earrings don't wear anything, so I could carry them for the party and not have them encumber me. How does that sound, no?
Well, are we going to keep them as
Yeah.
spell components or sell them for party gold?
You mean the gold and the silver, or
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, the dust.
the silver
I
dust? I
took
think you can use for create our blessed water. I think that's what the silver dust is for. But
Oh,
I don't think it's
one
going to
of
be.
each.
So if we can use it as a component for sure, keep
Yeah.
it. Otherwise, sell it.
I don't think the gold dust is a component for anything,
And not that I'm aware of.
and I
I'll
don't.
put it back on the sheet then. Then I won't be encumbered because I took a pouch of gold dust and a pouch of silver dust, so I'll put
okay.
it back on the sheet. That's why I became encumbered.
Okay, so you can sell. We can sell the rest.
Yeah, I was going to sell them. Or I could actually do a performance with gold dust too, but it's probably a pretty expensive way to do it.
Was there a wrestler named Gold Dust?
Probably. I mean, I haven't done wrestling, but now that you bring it up, it's pretty good.
Was it like Dusty Rhodes? Wasn't he Gold Dust
Now,
for a while?
Something tells me as a bard, use magic device, I recall, being a pretty important skill for a bard. Am I right about that, or is that a very specialized skill for a bard?
That lets you activate.
Wands and stuff, right?
Yeah, wands and scrolls, stuff that isn't on your spell list already. So, you know, and plus, with charisma being your main, it's one of your better skills to use.
Right. Well, I got 3. My big thing too is there's that ability. There's one of the performance called Rallying Cry, but it sounds kind of lame. I'm trying to remember it. It lets you do a bardic performance where you roll an intimidation, and then party members can use your result as their save against fear and what else? It's fear and despair effects, but fear and despair effects are pretty rare, aren't they?
Generally, yeah. I mean, they're
What
generally
is-
only in play for low levels too, unless you have like some kind of fearomancer.
Right. So I'm wondering if it's worth me to take the intimidate skill. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that would be the only time I would use intimidate, probably.
Yeah, intimidate just to demoralize people. You can do
Yeah,
that.
intimidate's a really. It's not. I remember it being a nasty skill in this rule set because if it doesn't work properly for you, or even if it does, characters try to the people who use it against tend to get pissed off at you,
Yeah,
and it has dire consequences.
yeah, it has definitely consequences, but it also has like real effects too. You demoralize somebody, it gives them the shaken effect for 1 or 2 rounds.
I'm probably better to just increase my diplomacy. An acrobatic is not just for tumbling to avoid hits of opportunity. It actually is used in like walking small, narrow ledges and small planks and things like that too, right?
Yeah, it's a useful and for jumping. It's a useful skill. It's a useful combat skill to have.
Yeah,
At least 1 or 2
it's
ranks.
good for a bard, from what I remember. Bards and rogues can use it the best, generally. Damn, one more point. I guess I gotta do use magic device. Is it more useful for a bard to have use magic device or spellcraft?
I think Rada's got a real good spellcraft, so
Okay.
I would probably go use magic device. But you know, as a backup, might be handy. I don't know. I'll leave that to you guys to discuss.
I got my skills. That's okay.
Okay, I'm looking at the short bow, and it shows me as +3 to hit, which is fine.
Yeah, but only +1 damage.
No, the damage it says 1d6 +4.
Oh, it should be +1.
Yeah.
Damn, 1d6 +4. That's
Well,
awesome.
it's treating it as a strength bow, a composite, but this is actually only a +1 strength bow.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I think mine was too, but I only have 1 strength anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's perfect for me. It's exactly what I have for strength.
Well, I'd love it to have +4, but it.
Yeah, we can
I'd
just adjust it. I can. Let's see here. Bonus. Just fix
Yeah,
it.
it says, okay, if you're going to adjust it, I won't then, because I'll only undo yours. Oh, good. I like that. You went up 1 instead of down 3.
There we go.
Yeah, there we are. Much as I'd like it to be 4.
Now,
I can get a
does
strength bow later that'll do that, but right now
Oh,
this is
yeah.
only a +1.
It's expensive, but yeah, they're bows that'll let you use 3 or 4 points of strength, right?
Yep.
It's $100 100 gold a plus.
I chuck the 20 arrows on Darcel because it doesn't matter for his weight or anything like that. But what I'll do is I'll sell the rest of the gold and silver and gold
And disperse it
and disperse it.
accordingly. That
You
sounds
guys
good.
can buy whatever you want to buy.
Does this? Oh, it does. Doesn't tell my spell list. It doesn't.
Inventory.
No.
Yeah, 20. And the good news is I've got 20 arrows, so if anybody runs out of it. Oh, I didn't figure out how to take 1 off that either.
Off the arrows?
Yeah, you told me I had 19.
What you can do is
On the weapon itself.
see where it says ammo?
Yeah.
You can just
under
hit,
the weapon
hit
itself? Okay,
20 or 19 or whatever. You'll see ammo. You should be able to type in 20, and then you get little buttons. And then when you use
I
one,
see.
you just tick off one like that.
Okay, yep, there you go. Okay. So now it should be 19 now. Okay.
So Ameiko says to you guys that she can find a few hours during her day to come in here and watch Tsuto. And she got overwhelmed by a bunch of goblins because she wasn't expecting this to happen. She can handle herself fairly well. Maybe not as good as you guys, but fairly well. So she volunteered to take a shift and watch Tsuto. If you guys want to do something.
Are we leaving him down here, or are we taking him to the jail?
I think under like a tarp and a cart, you hustle him off to the jail under cover, and kind of clear out the area and tell anybody who might pop by, just stay away from here for a little while. And you've got
I
him
can walk ahead of the group and do that.
Yeah.
While y'all do the sneak stuff.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, and you get him in the jail cell and maybe throw up like a cover, like a curtain kind of thing, or however you guys want to do it. But you guys and Ameiko are right now the only people who know that Tsuto's there. I don't know if you want to involve anybody else or whatever. I'll leave that to you. But she has volunteered to spend several hours during her day to sit and guard Tsuto.
Yeah, that's good.
So you guys can do other things.
I think we can work shifts until the return of the sheriff.
Okay, I'll go buy a kukri.
Okay.
Or 2.
Did the gold get dispersed already?
It did. You should have 1 platinum and 30 gold in your party sheet from that.
Yep.
Do you?
That's been given put on our character sheets too.
Yeah,
Yep.
It should have been.
Okay.
It's just been added.
So, Alandro, when you said
published
the kukri, were you able to pull it up from the items? Or
Let me see if I can.
if you are, cool. Just chuck it on your character sheet. If you're not, I'll throw one in the party sheet for you.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Did you want like a masterwork, or are you at that point or anything?
Yep, I'm just looking at it right now. Just pull it up.
Masterwork could cost you an extra $350. That's all.
Would it?
Yeah. Because then you can upgrade it to a +1 later.
It's 300, I think.
50. If weapon kukri is 50, right? So it'd end up being 350 total.
The kukri is 8 gold pieces.
8 gold pieces.
So it'd be
8? Yeah, so it'd be 308, I think, if it was masterwork. If you had that kind of, if you were that well healed,
I wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be hanging out with you clowns.
You'd be waiting for us to get about 4th level, and then you join us.
Do I want to sell the rapier? No, not yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just buy it. No, I'll keep it for 1 kukri for now.
You, if you want, the guy will trade you the kukri for the rapier straight up.
I like that. Okay.
All right. I'll, you just put the number 2 beside, you already have a kukri on your sheet?
I just added it.
Okay, cool.
And to delete item there?
Yep, just delete the other one. Boom, done.
Boom, done. Wicked. Love it.
Spells.
A little less damage, but a little bit more versatile.
And pretty easy to hide.
Yep. Up the sleeves.
Yes, and yeah. The 18 to 20 critical is nice too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's what stood out.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's only slashing though, eh? It's not slashing him.
Yeah, that's the thing between kukris and daggers. I like daggers too. Daggers are so nice when it comes to, especially if you're going to be like 2-weapon fighting in the future.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the idea.
And it's nice
if better because it does both slashing and piercing.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No.
Dagger does.
No, dagger does. And the dagger, if you have quick draw, you can throw them too. So.
You know what? I think I'm going to switch to the dagger.
So I talked you into the dagger, but it's only 19 to 20. Yeah.
True. I see.
You can always take improved critical later on, but
yeah, which doubles the threat range.
Does kukri doesn't have a range, does it? Or maybe it does.
Yeah, you can throw any of them, I believe.
If it does have a range, it might be handy.
You know what? I'll stick with the kukri. Let's get at least slashing.
All right.
I like the threat range.
Now my spells per day.
Yes. You manually adjust them.
Yeah, I have to manually adjust them because having a charisma bonus of +3, they're going to be too low, right? Like it still said I can cast 2, whereas on my arcane duelist it says spells per day at level 2 are 2 first level, so I should have 3.
Right. So what you do is see Bard Arcane Duelist on the Actions tab.
Yeah.
Caster level 2. Yeah, you do that and just to manually adjust it up.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Manually adjust it up to the.
I see, to 3. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. To the max that you can cast. It doesn't take into consideration your bonuses.
Right.
Like, so you get a charisma bonus, gives you an extra, then you would put 3 down. Or.
Okay, I can't edit it, though.
You should be able to. Just.
I open up my Bard Arcane Duelist.
Yep.
CL2.
So see where number 1 is? See level 1. You should have more than 1 cantrip, right?
I have 5 now.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I already had 4, and now I'm having 1 more.
So it's 4 spells per day? In total?
3.
3?
Because I think it's 3. Yeah, it's 3 because it by default is 2, but my
charisma
plus
gives you a
3
bonus.
charisma bonus would give me 1 extra.
Okay, so you just type in 3 then. You have kind of select the 1 for level 1, and you just type in 3.
Okay.
And then it gives your. Do you learn another spell?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, so
I do. And
so what you want to do is you want to go to the spells and look up the spell you want, but drag on the PFRPG spellbook version of that spell because that's got all the special effects on it.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see. You did it for me. It's 03. Good. So what? And where did you edit that? Did you edit it? Like I was looking under Bard Arcane Duelist at the
Right.
very top.
So I clicked
CL2.
open the little magnifying glass, right?
Yes.
And then you've
Yeah.
got level
Oh, I see.
0, 1,
See,
2.
I couldn't do that. I tried that and it wouldn't let me.
Okay, so
maybe only the DM can.
No, you can. So
Okay.
Bard Arcane Duelist, and you'll see level 0, level 1. You'll have all your spells listed. But if you click on the little magnifying glass, you'll get base DC of. Do you see like level 0 with a 1 underneath?
Yeah. And when I clicked on that one, let me see if I can set it back to 2. But
you can change that. You just have to click on the spell area.
Wait.
Yeah.
I can do it now. I think I was using my numeric keypad and it wasn't working.
That's
now
all
it's
it is.
working with my. Yeah. Okay. Good. Cool.
So, like I say, when you select the spell that you've learned, over in the right-hand column, you'll see spells. You'll open that up. It'll have all the spells that we have available. You'll want to pick up the PFRPG spellbook version.
That from that group. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Yeah, the PFRPG. Okay. I don't know what spell I'm taking yet. They're also there's no nukes at all for a bard. They're just all control spells or
utilitarian.
Well, I guess Featherfall is always a darn good one to have.
Yeah, and you could use it as an immediate action.
But cats always land on their feet. Do you really?
Well, I will from a certain height too, but I don't think I have any. I have a climb speed, and I'm a really good climber, but that's about it. All right. Yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't really have that. I was hoping there would be something more like a nuke spell, but there isn't.
So our goal is to get rested and then come back down here and go down this tunnel and see where it leads when we're ready. Or
I think so. Yeah,
are we waiting until the sheriff comes back before we do that? Because if we were all down here, only Ameiko's guarding to go.
Well, if he's under lock and key, that might be enough.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
It'll be probably be like 3 whole days to wait too. You might want to. Ameiko says as her 2 cents. If that's where the goblins are coming from, you might want to.
I'd rather hit them instead of waiting for them to
the journal
the town again.
The attack came from the north gate, but certainly this is another source because they came into this Glassworks without entering town, so there's got to be another entrance.
Well, that note also said that the attack from the north was a disruption to make things happen, but the real attack when they hit the town won't be there. They'll come through the tunnels.
What about cantrips? God damn, they're such crap.
They weren't trying to total the town in that previous attacks. They were just trying to disrupt things and get out the things they wanted to get out, the bodies, etc. But if they look at the note, it implies that the next attack will come. The idea is to run over the town the next time. And I'd rather hit them before they get to hit us.
Did we sell the goblin ears and get the cash for that?
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Thank you for reminding me. So that is that's another 40 gold pieces. Let me
well, that's good.
Put that on the party sheet.
Yep. Flip it out to all of us and we're all good.
So Alexis brings it up and that's disgusting, but it's money. And it's more like in the favor of the guy who's buying it than for like the pride of taking ears off of goblins.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Alandro was all over it too.
As I recall, he was.
40 gold pieces is nothing to sneeze at.
No, it's only the gold dust you have to sneeze over.
That's right. And you still have 4 platinum pieces and 2 silver pieces in the. So let me put that 4 platinum pieces into gold pieces.
Excellent. That'll help with the weight. Or no, that'll make weight worse.
That'll make weight worse. Then you can convert it. You can convert it to platinum later on.
Okay.
once you get it on your own.
Do they have a surcharge for that?
No, not at all.
Good.
What I'll do is we'll get it down to the lowest common denominator.
What
Let's
is
go
this?
42 silver.
Sift.
There we go. The party sheet is clear of treasure, as it should
Well
be.
done.
So as you guys are doing that kind of stuff, I'll give you a little walkthrough. The tunnels, if you guys decide to go through the tunnels.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the tunnels down below. You go down the. We don't have to do the map for this or anything like that, but the worked section that looks like it was constructed within the last century ends after about 150 feet. It goes kind of southeast, sort of the middle of the town. Then it joins an older tunnel, and we're talking ancient. Something that you don't even know if scholars knew existed at some point. But it looks like there's signs that it was used within the last century, but it was built hundreds of years ago. Darcel's even confused by the stonework. He's not seen anything like this in that he knows of around here. This tunnel shouldn't be here, basically. It heads in several directions. It heads northeast towards actually northwest towards under the gate. It heads south a little bit and then turns east and west and then continues to the southwest a little bit where it ends in like a wall. The northeast, it goes for a long way. I don't know if you want to follow that all the way through, but the southwest, that's heading towards the Verisian Gulf, there's signs of recent activity. So probably want to follow up on that one first. You follow that for a little bit, and you find that recently these tunnels had walls that were bricked up that were also knocked down, which leads you to an area that looks like so. I'll have to get you all on the map proper like. There we go. And let me know if you guys have problems with seeing stuff or not seeing stuff. I can't see anything yet. All right.
Not yet, but it might take a bit of synchronizing.
I think it's because I haven't got the lighting situation sorted out yet.
Oh, okay.
So I'll disable the lightning, and we'll just go from here.
Okay.
So we've got Alendro in the lead, and it looks like so this main tunnel, there's an area where the wall was knocked down, not dissimilarly to the basement of the Glassworks, and it follows like a more natural tunnel. It looks like it was almost dug, and it's like almost like an earthenware, and there's old timbers, and it looks kind of unstable.
Well, I want to take the lead on the scouting. I have dark vision. I got scent, and I don't weigh much.
And your stealth is good too. You could go.
Plus 15.
Yep. You and Alendro are
Plus
perfect
15.
for that.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I can do some of those things too, but I don't mind being in with the thick of the party.
I think. Yeah,
I'm just going to sing. They're going to hear you anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to keep using my scent. So goblins stink.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
You don't smell anything of goblin around here. You smell something. It's like an old. This smells of age. This tunnel. This old.
No. I don't weigh much, so I'll keep going.
How do I find the map? I think I closed mine by accident.
Okay, let me resend it.
I still can't. Oh, there we are. Now that was.
Yeah, I couldn't see it either. I was trying to reload it and I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Okay, before you get too far ahead there, Rada, hang on.
I'm a little crazy.
Let's move it back to because this is like about 100 feet in, so you've got stuff. Once you get up to about this first opening, stuff's gonna happen. So, how far back is the rest of the group?
About 20 feet.
20 feet. All right.
Okay. Well, just at the edge then. I can't get myself off any further.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
That's 15, yeah.
Have you, either of you got a light on you right now? Do you want a dancing light above your head or something?
Not until something happens.
All right. Okay.
Because the guys up ahead of us are dark vision people and they won't want to be silhouetted.
Are they dark? Or one's dark vision, one's low light vision like me.
Who's that?
Well, if it's 20 feet, he's got dark vision or low light vision will carry out for the next 20 feet past that. So
yeah.
Oh, Dan, you only have low light vision then, right? For an elf?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
I want to be 30 feet ahead of
the light.
Okay.
No,
Right.
30 feet ahead of.
So put a dancing light, one single one back at the very back of us so that our rogue can get low light vision. It doesn't silhouette our ratatouille, a rat.
Yep. Poof,
And yet if we get into combat, we can see. Okay.
It's going to move with you, or do you want it to move with Darcel? Like I'll move it every round, every increment with either one of you above your head exactly.
We've got Rampa already has light on him, so that's fine.
You have light on you, Rampa? Oh,
I've got the effect on him.
He's got the effect on me. That's fine. Sure. Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay, so Rada 30 feet ahead, Alandril 20 feet ahead, and the rest of the group behind. So Rada,
I'll be 50 feet ahead.
50 feet ahead. Okay, so Rada's off. So Rada's the first one to arrive here, and when Rada arrives here, everybody's off the map in those increments back. So when Rada arrives there, he sees through this cave this feral-looking humanoid creature. It's kind of hunched over. His arms look almost as long as his legs. Its mouth is kind of... It's hard to fathom. You've never seen anything like this before. It's a hairless humanoid. Lurch's back-bent dog-like legs. Its hideous mouth is flanked by tiny arms with 3-fingered hands. This is what it looks like.
Oh.
And that creature is here in this cave. And we need initiative for... I'm going to... Give me a stealth roll. And I'm going to roll its perception. No, stealth roll is just for Rada.
Yep.
Can't see me because I'm freaking innocent.
Okay. So you don't know if it has seen you.
Okay.
You have an action.
Knowledge. What is...
Okay.
What knowledge
Okay, so let's do knowledge. Dungeoneering. If you have that. Let me make sure, though. Skills. I'm pretty sure it's dungeoneering.
While we're rolling this, the entire length of the tunnels that we walked, was there an easy way to seal it off, or was there a narrow way that could be closed off with minimal effort?
Yeah, you could actually spend like a couple days working and seal it off, like with some of the bricks and stuff like that these other tunnels were sealed off with. You could definitely do that.
something to keep in mind. I obviously weren't going to do it now.
Not now. Don't seal ourselves off.
Right. That's something that we would want to consider later.
So
like sawing yourself off the end of a branch.
This
Yeah,
creature,
but that's not a bad idea.
Rada, this creature is some sort of ancient, a humanoid from a lost time. This creature is called a sin spawn, and it feeds off of people's misgivings, their faults. They're all different. Some of them are resistant to magic. You know that your sleep spell won't work on them. What else would you like to know about the sin spawn?
Like unities of energy or fire specifically.
Okay. No, it doesn't have any immunities to fire. But other than if it allows spell resistance. It does have some resistance to magic overall, but like natural fire, no.
Okay. And so what's it doing? Just hanging out?
Yeah, it's in this room and it's kind of sniffing around.
Oh boy. So I'll sneak
Looking
back
for rats.
What languages do you speak? Just off the top of my.
I speak Aklo, Draconic, Gnoll, Goblin, Orc.
Okay, so you know that you can communicate with this creature. It does speak Aklo.
Oh,
You've not encountered one of these before, but you've read about.
I'm gonna sneak back to Alendril and tell him, like, hold up.
Cool.
And then go to the party and tell them what's up there.
Okay. Is anybody else? I don't think anybody else would know anything more about this creature. Your roll was pretty solid.
Is it a summoned thing or is it naturally existing?
Natural.
Okay.
This creature though, they're ancient. So you could probably figure out some way of summoning them as well. It's kind of one of those weird magical kind of creatures that it's not actually a humanoid. It's not actually, it probably has its roots in some sort of arcane creation. So it's probably summonable at some point.
Oh, well, okay then. Are we murder hobos, or should I try and talk?
Well, what does it look like? Does it look
like they're
to?
quite evil, and they do feed on people's sins. So
I'd say no.
You got the purity of pureness, cat. Go up there. He can't do shit to you. Okay, well, let's go kill it. Let me get in position, and I'll pull it to you guys. You guys can smash it.
Yeah, we can use the off the map part if you want. We can designate like an area in the tunnel if you want to.
Yeah, okay.
Set yourself
up.
Because
he'll need to bring it back to us.
We can set it up for an ambush and make ranged attacks on it as it approaches us.
Like say something like that. There's the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
Rada knows that it's evil for sure, right?
Yeah. No. Rada doesn't know it's Rada does know it's evil for sure. It's a creature. Okay. It's a sin spawn. It's born from sin and it feeds off sin. And exacerbates other people's sins.
Per has not sinned any time recently, so Per feels very confident. So
all right.
Would
feed it.
Would this such a creature be a
sin of pride?
Of Lamashtu?
No, not at all. That's modesty. Come on.
It's possible. It's quite possible.
Yeah, I'm interested in ridding the world of this creature.
Of course you would be.
All right, set yourselves up wherever you want to be. I'll kind of sketch this out here.
I'll be here. I don't.
We'll do that. How's that?
Kill me.
It's a lot farther, but just for the.
Oh, did you bring up another map or something? Or are we on the same map?
No, you guys are on the same map. Can you see the lines that I drew?
Oh, I see some. I think, but I don't think I'm. Oh.
Let's disable line of sight on that.
No,
one.
I don't see lines you drew.
No. Okay.
Nope.
No, but you just. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't.
Can you see the creature now?
I can't see the creature, but I did see the creature when you turned off line of sight.
Can you see?
I can't see it because. Oh, actually, no, I can't. It's hidden from me.
Okay.
If I move my character around the corner, cheating a little bit, I can't see it.
Okay.
It's invisible. It's awesome.
Let's just say.
Oh wait, I see it. It's behind somewhere down below, behind us.
Yeah. Do you see the lines that I drew on the page there?
No.
Okay.
I can't see the lines that you drew. So you wanted to come at us the other way?
Why don't we just use the map here, and we'll say that you guys have the drop on it wherever. We'll say that this is the tunnel. I'll move them back to the corner if you guys want to get some range shots off. You guys can set yourself up in the mouth of the cavern and pretend that's the tunnel. I'm good with that.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, because now we are 50 feet from them.
Yeah.
Or 35 anyway.
Yeah, so you guys back off. Rada or whoever kites it, and it exposes himself to attacks. So it's going to take him a round to get to you guys to attack.
Okay.
So if you want to do a range attack on him or a spell or whatever you want to do.
Sure, I'd like to try a bow attack on him.
Let's do it with initiative, though.
Yeah, I already rolled my initiative, sorry.
Yeah, so did I. I'm at the bottom.
Everybody else? Okay, cool. All right. So Rada's first to go.
Oh, yeah, I'm first to go.
Did everyone roll initiative? I guess so.
It keeps the initiative from the last fight on there, so
okay,
doesn't just automatically reset.
You have to re-roll it.
And away we go.
I re-rolled mine. It was even worse than it was before. So
okay, so Alandrill is the first to go on this one.
So okay.
So let's move it up to here. We'll call this round 0 for purposes, but you guys get a full round of actions.
Okay.
Sometimes these Paizo maps aren't great for tactics.
Yeah.
If only you could control the lighting conditions for a portion of the map instead of all on or all off. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's see.
Well, you can, but yeah, it's tricky because you have to put lighted objects onto the map ahead of time.
Yeah.
Or else do it dynamically. Doing it dynamically is just really crazy.
Alexis is a hit. It wounds the creature. Your arrows are able to do damage. And it's kind of loping towards you with his crazy dog legs and on kind of like an all fours kind of run.
Okay, so then I'm going to move so that if it's coming towards me, I want it to where the companions get a shot at it. So I'm backing off.
Okay, excellent.
I don't know where to put myself on the map, but
we'll kind of theater of the mind it for right now. Rada throws an acid bomb. Misses.
That's a touch attack.
Yeah.
And he can't see me, so I don't know if that hits. He has no dex. Right?
He can see you, unless you were hidden up the other tunnel or something like that.
Yeah, but, I don't know. Whatever,
you wanted to give him a rabbit to chase, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I missed.
But you still do splash damage.
Oh, that's right. Let me.
You didn't miss bad enough to miss completely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Heavy.
Yeah.
He's a wimp, guys.
Purr.
All right. Well, it's probably close enough for him to see, so I'm going to do this first round. I'm going to do an arcane strike with my composite bow.
All right.
Which would be this roll here. Oh, crap, forget it. There's nothing. So maybe I'll move back.
Okay, you're backing off?
Yeah, sure. Oh, well, no, I'll stay. Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay.
All right.
That's it. Moving on. And here we go.
Rampa.
15.
That's a strike. It's a hit.
For 7 points. It's maximum.
It's pretty hurt, but it's coming. It's charging.
I'm going to drop my bow, and I'll walk to here, throwing my Naginata.
All right, excellent.
Oh, and then I get done.
Darsal. I don't know if Darsal has a ranged weapon.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so, though.
No. Nothing substantial. Alendro. One more clean shot. You think he'll be on Rampa?
Okay, still got him good.
Oh, you had it. You had it.
Weak sauce.
All right. So he does close with you. And it's not a charge or anything because he's got to maneuver around.
Doesn't matter.
So he misses.
Does 14 hit?
Oh, yeah. That's it does. That's right. I forgot about the attack of opportunity. Just look at me playing my character, playing my role. So just as the creature...
Oh, that sounds a short bow. That's not supposed to be a short bow.
Yeah, do your Naginata damage.
Yep.
So let's give him back 5.
Minimum 11. Or 10, rather.
All right, let's see here. Well, doesn't kill him outright, but it's in bad shape. It's laying there on the ground.
Well, it's evil, guys. Pick it on it.
Exactly.
So that's Alexis. And
Oh, I guess it's not getting a turn because it's down.
No, it's not getting a
Are
turn.
y'all inside the cave?
We're just like theater of the mind, so it's down in the
Okay.
hallway kind of thing.
Because I guess I don't know where I'm supposed to.
Yeah, there you go. If let me move you to the cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
'cause you're
There we go.
outside.
Now we're all in the cave.
Oh, gotcha.
Now we're all where we want to be.
Where am I?
Rinse, lather, repeat. I'll keep going.
Well, is it technically in melee with Rumpa?
It's technically dying. It's maybe got 6 or 12 seconds left
Misery.
to live.
Well, if it's not in melee, I'll just finish this thing off. End
Coup de
its
grace.
misery.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess that's coup de grace, right? I can do that?
You'd have to not if you just shot an arrow. No, you'd have to actually be beside it. It's a full round action.
5 foot step and drop the arrow as a free action. And
But you said that you were moving back.
oh, that's right. I was outside the cave. So
Yeah.
you're right. You're absolutely
But
right.
you can move up and just kill it.
Yeah.
With
Boom.
yeah.
Do you want me
It's,
to roll damage or?
Yeah. Don't even worry about it. I'll just move it off, unless you roll a 1.
I did roll a 1.
Oh,
No, not damage. I mean for your attack.
for attack.
Oh, well, sure. So I'll try to avoid it.
This will be an automatic crit as long as you hit it.
There you go.
No, that's an actual coup de grace, where
Yeah.
it's a full round action to do that. There's specific
So
conditions
if we're
have
not
to be met.
we're out of initiative, I'll
Yeah.
put the bow away and grab my normal weapons and the shield.
Okay.
I will go back, grab my bow, and put it back on my back.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
this
we used the ranged weapons. How about that?
You know,
so this
I
cre-
didn't even have one until now.
this creature, it does not fade away like it had been like a summoned creature or anything like that.
Right.
So it had been dwelling in here, and it's you've never seen anything like this.
Are there signs of what it might be eating and what it's done to?
Let's look
sustain
around the
itself?
corner.
Yeah, let's move in a bit.
So you move in a bit, and it just looks like it just kind of lives in this area. You don't know if it eats anything, or there's no signs of bodily functions or anything like that.
Okay, well, perception to see if it's left anything on the ground that it might have found.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
You don't even find its feces.
No, it doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to exist like that.
Must have popped in from somewhere. What about your knowledge planes, Paladin? Can that determine?
I don't have that.
It's an aberration. So it's dungeoneering. But yeah, it's.
I have that. Give it a go.
Yes.
I have religion and nobility are my knowledges.
Yeah.
So.
And Ratatouille was like a 25, so with his skill check.
Oh, okay.
Well, the good news is it didn't damage us.
It is a magical creature. It doesn't seem to have biological functions.
Other than it eats.
Thank goodness. Yeah. Well, that mouth, it has to do something with it.
It has a
feed on sin, maybe.
Toiletry facilities in it.
So, I guess I'm going to use detect evil on its corpse. I know the corpse itself wouldn't be evil.
Yeah.
It would have a lingering evil, and it might give me a clue as to like how powerful the evil it might have been.
It is
the lingering aura.
The lingering aura is like as powerful as an outsider, like an evil outsider.
Ouch!
It's not like a goblin level evil. It's like a cleric of a rival religion or some sort of evil outside. It's pretty evil on the power chart. For as easily as you guys brought it down, the level of evil that you're getting from it, it's substantial. Probably, I don't know the actual levels, but it might even be up to moderate.
I'll share that. I'll use moderate as a descriptor, but I mean that's probably the most evil thing she's seen. So that seems safe to say.
Could very well be. And it looked like it was just standing around down here.
So it's evil loitering. Got it.
Yeah, it's definitely not obeying the loitering laws. That's for sure. So you've got the tunnel up ahead that moves on the map to the north and also to the east.
Right below us. Which way do we go?
So Rada to the east could see some sort of worked, like not like a dugout tunnel, but like an actual stonework constructed tunnel area. And in this area, the original purpose of this chamber is unclear, but large mounds of rubble lie strewn on its floor. The wall to the west is being torn down to reveal a tunnel leading to the west. So that's the tunnel that you're in.
That's going to the west?
So
going to the east. Oh.
No. So you guys are coming from an area
to the right.
Yeah.
Just say to the right. That's easy enough.
To the left, actually.
Okay.
You guys are coming from the left to the right.
Yes.
But it looks like that area where the junction was from the stonework to this tunnel here that was been dug out. That scree is left in this old chamber. Then there is a door.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That door is closed.
You want to bypass this now, or you want to try and go in this thing? Because it's not just rubble there. There is a opening spot there.
Okay, I tell get the potty. Hey, potty, there's a potty.
I go up to the door and make a perception listen.
Okay.
Hear anything on the other side? Where is my perception? Here we are. Perception listen. Oh no, I don't hear a damn thing. Well, maybe I do. I don't.
You can hear your teammates moving around in the tunnel behind you.
Yes, everyone be quiet. I'm trying to listen on the damn door.
Especially Darcel, wondering about who the hell dug these darn caverns.
All right, that doesn't work. Maybe someone else can listen even better than me. I don't know.
Are you in the other room there, Per?
I don't know where I am right now.
Do you want me to move you?
Yeah, put me to where I should be to make the listen on that door. Okay. Absolutely.
All right, cool.
There we are.
There we go. You're back in the game.
Yeah. Well, I thought I wasn't moving myself because I thought we were still theater of the mind at that point, but obviously we have gone to a proper place.
Yeah, we're now in. So it looks like this tunnel that it dug. It actually had dug through some kind of worked stone wall, and this little area here, this kind of stonework. This is sort of similar to that that long tunnel that it joined up with. It's old. Darcel seems confused by it. It shouldn't be here. You don't.
And there's anything about this rock formations on the ground, and they just look like
that's the wall that got tunneled through from the outside. That's not rock formations. That's
definitely wall, brick, mortar, and brick. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Stone.
And stone and mortar, right? I'd be willing to stealthily open this door if everyone's in agreement with that.
So this white line to the north is the door?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So as you guys are kind of like puttering around and kind of maneuvering, maybe shifting a bit of the stone around and stuff like that, trying to get a handle on exactly what this is and stuff. The rubble underneath the stone and stuff like that, there's old broken urns and pottery shards and
perception.
Yeah, there's it looks like it maybe at one point might have been a storeroom or something like that, but everything's long since been smashed apart.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm going to stealthily open the door if that's in agreement with everybody.
Yep.
Oh, good.
All right. I will stealthily open the door with this roll. Oh, I rolled better this time.
It opens.
Yay.
There's like it almost feels like this door hasn't been opened in a long time. Like there's no creaking, it's not like really loud. It's almost like a when you open the door. It's almost perceptible that this door hasn't been opened in quite some time.
And undisturbed. I can't actually see, and it doesn't have an open.
I think I've opened it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, you
I can't
see through it.
I can't move in
past
it. It's blocked. Like there's no. Is there a line of sight door there? Or is there just
Not yet,
a wall?
but I can see.
Oh, there we are.
I might have to shift you through.
Yeah, that's cool.
The map sometimes is just off the axis here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Can anybody else get through?
So I'm gonna go as far as this and just
let me see if I can shift the grid a little bit.
Yeah, I can't see it through it either.
Yeah.
Can you move through now? No? Let's see here.
No.
But it doesn't look like there's a door object there because when I hover over that, there's no open or close.
All right, let me shift you all into the other room.
I'll move a bit. I'll move around the corner because I'll tell everyone that I can see that the hall bends again. Do we know what direction it is?
Let's see here. This is something that Darcel would be good at. If I think.
Yeah, because he has engineering probably.
I think he
survival,
does.
isn't it?
I don't know. Let's see here. Skills.
I have geography, but I don't think it'll tell us anything underground.
No, but I have survival. Doesn't it always tell you which way north is?
I can support you in it too.
When you're above ground, maybe. Yeah, you can try it.
Yeah. I'll try to do a support roll for you.
Yeah.
There you go. You get a +2.
So you guys would be heading north.
Okay.
Just because it's easier to orient the map that way.
So where we're looking, right to left, that's north.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys see where you are on the map? Can you guys see inside this tunnel you're in?
I can see.
Okay.
I can see it turns to the left. I can't see beyond that.
Okay. Cool. I got Rada in the lead. If he wants.
Yeah. He's got the dark vision and the sneaky. He can go up. Do you want message on you? He probably has message too. I'll come up.
Let me see if I can align this map a little better. I didn't do a very good job of that.
They're a pain anyways, jeez. Line of sight is it's a major effort, to do it.
It is. It should be easier than this. All right.
Well, most maps now come with it already set, but older maps don't have it because they didn't have line of sight.
Yeah, exactly. So let's... Can you guys see that? So you've got a passageway leading to the right, or sorry, the east, and then it opens up into, it looks like an area to the north, and you can see movement in the area to the north.
Ooh.
So what I'll do is I'll give you a little teaser. A red marble statue, and of course Rada can see this. You can't see the color because of dark vision. A red marble statue of a strikingly beautiful, but at the same time monstrously enraged human woman stands in the middle of this room, her stony expression twisted in fury. The woman wears flowing robes, and her long hair is held back from her face by an intricate headdress of hooks and blades. In her left hand, she carries a large book, the face of which is inscribed with a 7-pointed star. Her right hand holds a glittering metal and ivory ranseur. And let me give you a picture to whet your appetite for the next session. And below that, I'm going to need a knowledge arcana.
Oh, wow.
Or knowledge the planes. Yeah. Actually, knowledge planes, pardon me. Pure knowledge planes. Okay, knowledge planes. Okay, so crawling at the base of this statue, you see a creature that looks like a giant grub worm, but it's got a mouth with lamprey-like teeth and two almost humanoid eyes. And you know that creature as an abyssal larva. The abyssal larva is what becomes of a humanoid soul that goes to the abyss. And we'll leave it at that.
Well, wow. Like an evil maggot or something.
Exactly. When an evil soul goes to the abyss, it gets changed to that, and that's almost like a currency.
Whoa.
That fiends
Pretty
traffic
wild.
in.
Excellent. I want to, before I log out, try and export my character.
Sure.
Because it's now, if I can remember how to do it, export CHR.
I think what you do is you hit the edit list. I think you hit edit list on the character selection. And you should see your own character, and then you should be like a little arrow up.
That's for importing, though, isn't it?
That's for export. Okay, so you open the character selection over on the right-hand side by the tools.
Yep, I got it open.
Okay, and then you should see Rampa on there, owned by Plague 63.
No, I don't see anything. All I see on character selection is creature effects, level 0.
Okay, so that's mine. Let's see here.
I don't think once you click whatever character you're playing, the players I don't think can see anything on the character selection.
Okay.
But I know that I can do it from the chat window. But the chat window. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, there we are. The chat window just wasn't. It's export CHR, and then I have to type.
Okay.
My character exactly the way it's stated.
Okay.
Let's see if this works. So I have to type the purity. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that works. So now it's allowing me to create a local XML.
Oh, okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's kind of hokey too. I'll just create it in my Pathfinder folder.
So if you guys, I uploaded the video for session 3. Should be live right around now. I
Cool.
set a time
Great,
for it
great.
to go off. I don't.
This is session 4, right?
Yeah, this is session.
Yeah.
This is session 4. So I think we got most of the stuff. You learned everything about Tsuto and Ameiko and stuff like that. So I think we're good for that.
Did we learn anything about the Quasit? We said we learned about it from reading the journal, that we would discuss it later, but then...
Yeah, I just meant like the actual abilities of a Quasit. We can do like a spellcraft check, or not a spellcraft, knowledge planes, and I'll tell you what abilities it has. Let's see here. I think I forget what Rata rolled. It was something pretty decent for.
Just a 24 a minute ago for a knowledge planes check, but that was this. That's now this. You're talking about a much earlier check.
I think so. Yeah, when it was first mentioned. Yeah. Let's see here. Cold iron weapons or good aligned weapons to harm a Quasit, and it's got some kind of it's got resistances to most energies and poison. They're some of them have spells. Some of them can change shapes, and they have I think poisonous claws.
And does magic weapons damage them?
Not specifically. They have to be good aligned or made with cold iron. So if you guys wanted to buy some cold iron arrows or something like that, I'd allow you to retcon that. You could add them to your sheet before you came down. You had like a whole day and change to do stuff. So, and you're in a town.
It's not cold iron. It's resistance if it hasn't got it, or it's no damage at all.
No, it's got like a damage reduction.
Yeah. Okay.
So somewhere
DR or whatever.
Yeah, 5, 10, 20. So usually 5 for lower creatures, 10 for mid-level.
Well, if I would have had a chance, I probably would have sold my rapier for a cold iron rapier.
If you could have, yeah, you could definitely have had a chance.
Yeah, it just costs twice as much.
Twice as
not
much.
Magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. And how much would I get for selling a rapier? What are they worth? They're
half.
20. Half, 10, okay.
Yeah, so you get 10.
Okay,
it would cost you.
Cost me 30.
Yeah, there you go.
40,
Let's
right?
see. No, but I get 10 for my rapier.
Yeah, 10
Oh,
for
yes.
the
Net,
other
yeah, net out. Yeah.
And all you do is just change the properties, jot in cold iron.
Yep, I know where that is. Cool.
Good game, guys.
Right. Cheers. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yep. We're getting there. We got second level, so
second level.
All downhill from
you're
here,
into the dungeon adventures, and we're moving along.
Oh, I already had a cold iron rapier.
Right inside my 10-foot reach. I'm happy.
Oh.
Excellent.
Do they make cold iron morning stars? Would that be something I could pick up off the shelf?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm putting my money back to normal because I actually bought a cold iron rapier.
Cool.
Originally.
So,
As I mentioned at the beginning, all you have to do is just twice the cost. If you got the money, to get it. If you don't run into anything, it doesn't cost you much. It's only if you want a magical one, then it costs like $2,000.
Yeah, or masterwork.
Well,
or masterwork,
Strike makes everything I use magical.
So I could buy it as masterwork, and it'd be something that, or would that take time to craft?
No, you can have it.
It's 2,000 for the masterwork version.
No, for a masterwork cold iron, 2,000.
That's 300.
Should only be 300. So double.
No, because you can make it into. You can make it magical, right?
Yeah, but masterwork anything is 300. So if it's double,
for weapons,
if you get masterwork cold iron, actually, if you get cold iron, the 2,000 version of it, it's automatically masterwork. I don't remember. I could be wrong on this, but I don't remember seeing anything that would let you get masterwork cold iron. You can get cold iron for double price or 2,000 plus any other thing.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. I always remember a character having a masterwork cold iron longsword. That was like 330 or something like that.
One would think that using the material of cold iron would make it masterwork, but that's
yeah.
It does, but that's when it costs you $2,000.
Well, I don't have $2,000, so I'll just have to keep it normal.
You can check, but I didn't think there was a. I thought there was no masterwork version of cold iron. Like I said, and same as adamantine. If you pay for the, it costs you more to get the goods, but you don't pay an extra for the masterwork.
Could very well be.
I seem to remember something like that too, but man, it's like almost 10 years ago. So, but I remember that. There's some idea that certain metals like cold iron cannot be masterwork because of the nature of their properties. That's sort of what I remember.
Yeah, they're automatically considered masterwork.
You guys can do the legwork on that one and let me know what you come up with.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out.
Nice. All right. See you guys.
3,000 other pages of rules I need to read. I'll read up on that.
Yeah, exactly.
I just paid the double price for cold iron, and I'm not going to worry about the masterwork because hopefully I'll be upgrading a different weapon.
Yeah. And it's only +1 to hit. It's not even damage. And yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Good game, guys.
Right.
I will catch you in a couple weeks. Mary, I'll see you Monday. And Naz.
Yeah.
Naz is on his trip.
And you've even posted the next session.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I don't forget.
Yep.
Excellent.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Bye.